Well, hey, we are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is episode 13 of Jen and Marty's Sunday Night Show. Can you believe we've done 13 of these fucking things already? I mean, in comparison
I
to the
can't
shot
believe
fires.
you have sperm holding your hat, but here we are.
Right, the heart's
I think
coming off.
it's the tail.
That's the prevailing rumor I want to fucking shoot down like the fucking Luftwaffe over London. Right.
Historical jokes. Yes.
Ooh, so no,
Marty,
first
they
off,
made it shiny. Like that's really done good. Like it's
Buff. It's very buff, you know.
buff, yeah.
we're going to have words after this stream, young lady. Right? Okay. So yeah, this is episode 13 of myself and Jen's Sunday Night Show, and we are on the years 1988 and 89 for movies. So yeah, I think with 88 and 89, this is when Hollywood kind of really let creators and directors off the leash. They were like, fuck it, budget, we'll let you do what you want. It's well after the advent of Lucas's Star Wars movies, but definitely the effects have reverbed, such as things with science fiction, such as things with merchandising. Also, horror has
Yes.
had a huge acceleration since the early to mid 80s, and both, I'm guessing, Jen and Doc are going to have an absolute fucking cavalcade of titles to discuss. Also, Doc, you might also know formerly as Dice Rolling. Doc, do you want to just give a rundown on the brand change, just in case anyone's watching? They're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this
What the hell
Prince?
happened?
Is this a Prince situation?
Yeah. It's just a soft rebrand. It's the same content, same but different name, slightly upgraded logo, if you will, which was not planned. I just sat down configuring this rebrand, as it were, and went, I think we could do better with that icon. So that came along with it. But just to
It's awesome.
thank you, just to try to switch things over, because what I was hearing a lot of over the course of 11 years was people who didn't know what kind of community I was in going, well, there's no tabletop games here. There's no like D&D. And I'm like, okay. So we just switched it over a little bit. I was contemplating that for a while. Doc, in case anybody was wondering, is actually kind of a derivative of my original initials due to a friend of mine in real life wanting to give me that nickname. So I just took that over. Went with something a little bit goth club kind of thing. Goth Mortis, yes. That's
I
all.
like it.
Thank you. It'll be a little bit more on brand for the content, perhaps, now.
Okay.
You're a super real YouTuber because you're like branded and everything. Yay!
Nobody's contacted me about sponsorships yet.
Jen,
I'm waiting.
I'm amazed we got them on our channel. I'm amazed we got them on our my channel and this show, because it's like, shit, we got someone legitimate. Not that the other people, not that Joey ain't fucking legit, not that you aren't legit. It's just, you know, fucking
Different things.
it's like shit. Well, like Joey just gets up and flips the fucking thing. Fuck this shit. You called me a peasant. But no, it's awesome for you to join us, Doc.
Very, very legit. Yes, very legit. Snaps. Nice.
But no, that's cool, and it's cool as well that there's an origin, because I just thought you were like going for kind of plague doctor kind of with the name and stuff like that. Doc
It
Mortis.
works with a lot of different things, yeah. And of course, since I love Back to the Future, which nice segue, that works along with it. But no, the big origin, I guess, for that is my friend was already referring to me as Doc, so I went, yeah, okay, why not? That fits, sure.
You'll have to make yourself like a fucking mock-up PhD or fucking.
I'm working on something. Actually, you know what? In real life, I'm working on something.
Okay, that's cool. That kicks arse. And again, as I was saying before, it's awesome to have you, because I know you got a lot going on and stuff like that. and
you,
we have
you
a
caught
lot of
me at a
awesome
good time.
people on the show.
I'm getting lined up for the fall semester. You caught me at a good time here. We got a little free time before we do that.
No, and that kicks arse as well. That kicks arse as well, that you're kind of going, like, expanding in education and stuff like that. 'Cause, fuck
Yeah.
it. At this day and age, it's always good to have a couple of cards in your pocket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or
I
other
digress.
places.
Jesus Christ almighty. You've already fucking instigated that I had sperm on the top of my head. Can we just crack on, please? Please.
This is a rumor.
Okay.
This is like, it's like either that or the hair plugs, Jen, and the hair plugs hurt me. Okay, so right, we will start, Jen. Since you're so adamant about fucking talking and stuff like that and getting your point across, you can start. So, what are your top 5 for 88?
88 is probably now the last episode we did with 87 and 86. I can do numbers. It was super packed, as anyone who watched that stream will tell you. But this year, 88 at least, and particularly for horror, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here because and they're franchises, and they're all my favorite fucking movies of these fucking franchises, and there's a ton of them, Marty. So like for my number 5, there's gonna be a bunch of them. I'm fucking cheating because I came up with this idea, so I'm fucking cheating, okay? And get off my back.
Yeah, go first.
It was real, but it's not just horror, guys. There's a lot of good movies on this, but I'm probably not. I don't know. I know what yours are, and I have a pretty good idea what Joey's. I'm very interested to hear what you have, Doc. But for my number 5, like I said, there's a shit ton of horror. So, and they're all franchises. And the first one I want to talk about is Poltergeist 3. And before anyone comes at me, I know nobody likes Poltergeist 3. Jen likes Poltergeist 3. Jen's favorite fucking one of the franchise is Poltergeist fucking 3. I have the fucking tape. Now, 2 is probably the best one of the franchise because of Kane, but I like that they're in an apartment building. It's spooky. I fucking like it, okay? Carolyn, go to the light. And then she goes into the fucking thing. It's fucking cool. I fucking love Poltergeist 3, and I will not hear anyone besmirch its good fucking name. Fucking uppity bastards. Everyone in the horror community, that's the worst one of the bunch. Fuck off. The fucking remake reboot is the worst. This is fucking gold.
I think a lot of people have turned their opinions around on that. Ken Sledge likes that one. So.
Oh, good. I'm not alone.
No.
But it's one that it's one that I really, really like, all kidding aside. Another one that I have to talk about that is a really big favorite of mine is Phantasm 2. This is also my favorite of the particular Phantasm franchise, and I think it is the most coherent. Like the Phantasm movies, it's hard to explain even horror fans. It's hard to explain what these fucking movies about. But I would argue to say that this is the most coherent and the most digestible one of the bunch. Plus, we have the cool fucking, little spears that just go in your head, and Boy and Angus Scrim. And I love the ending. It's a tropey ending, but I love the ending, how you think everything's okay, and then that last shot, you see him, and you're locked in the car, and it's a fucking good movie. Phantasm isn't for everybody, but I think it's one that, like, it's really cool. Like, if you dig it, you dig it. Like, these are really good hidden gems for some people. I love it.
Do you think Coscarelli was he had the idea, the framework, but do you think he was making stuff up as he was going along? Or do you think there is like certain influences and things?
I think there's both. I think some of it he was definitely one of those guerrilla filmmaker. He does what he can, and I think he has very grandiose ideas, but the budget doesn't quite back up those grandiose ideas. But this also probably has the best special effects because they actually had a little bit of money. I think this was the most money they ever had to play around with, and it's a really good time. But I do think that Don Coscarelli, some of it he made up. I don't think he had this story written down. I think he had an idea, but I think some of it that'll be cool. I think he's one of those guys. That looks cool.
I'm not sure now. Maybe Doc or you can confirm this, but either for part 2 or part 3, the studio wanted to get Brad Pitt as the older version of
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
I think
Now
that is true.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you can confirm or deny that, but that was a prevailing rumor.
I've
That
heard
that
it.
was one of the stipulations the studio gave to Coscarelli. We'll give you more money, but you have to recast. And that, they didn't bring back the original Mike. They made him recast it, but one of the names that was kind of thrown into the mix was Brad Pitt.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, because I did do a facts video for Phantasm 2, I believe you're right. I think there were a few other really well-known hot actors at the time that they were Universal was throwing at Coscarelli. I believe that the stipulation was, we'll fund it, we'll give you the money that you want to do this, but you can't bring back all of your original cast. We want working actors. And both A. Michael Baldwin and Reggie Bannister were considered not really working actors at the time. So Coscarelli pushed back and said, no, I want my original actors back. So they kind of came to an agreement of, okay, you can bring back one. So he brought back Reggie Bannister, and they had to recast Mike. But then you get A. Michael Baldwin in all the rest of the films. So
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, but then it suits the movie. It suits these movies really well.
I mean, I have nothing against the actor who plays Mike in this. I have nothing against the guy, but that's not Mike.
No, I agree with you.
The thing is with the kid, the first Mike who turned up later on in the movies, there's just something. There's so much personality to him. They're not some fucking get the fucking pin in the arse child actors. You feel this kid is like, yeah, he's going around in a dirt bike. He's firing off fucking handguns. He's not like, it's not some fucking pussy ass fucking Kenny that like, just, help me kind of thing. He's the kid has agency. And I think you definitely feel this is a completely different character by the second movie. Even though that he's aged and he's older, it still feels like a different character altogether. Also, hello, Trenchy. Sorry for cutting across you there.
No. That, like I said, this is a discussion. Another one, and again, we're still on 5. It's just that I had to bring these up because I love all of these movies. This next one that you're very familiar with, and I sadly do not have the tape, but it is Sleepaway Camp 2. This is a really fun one, and I love it does the trope at the beginning of them telling the story around the campfire. It's a trope, but I fucking eat it up. It has a little bit more comedy than the first one does, but I still think the horror is really good. We have some gnarly kills, and the story for what it is pretty good. I mean, it's nothing Shakespearean here, guys, but it works for what it is, and I think it's a really fun movie. And Pamela Springsteen is a great Angela, very different from Felicia Rose, but she's basically a different person. She's accepted who she is. She is who she is, and that's what she is. And she's only going to kill bad people. Now, the third, we won't even go there, but the second one, she's a lot of fun, and I think Pamela Springsteen gives a great performance, and the backstory is pretty cool. I had great recommendations: doctors, priests.
I never see the thing. I watched the movie with you. I didn't like it with you because you were like, okay, she's going to turn into this kind of vigilante kind of. But then by the end of it, she's like, no, fuck this, I'm killing everyone. It's like, wait, you're just
breakdown, darling. Like those goddamn kids, and then the two boys always trying to take, pictures of the women's boobs, I mean, it was driving her crazy, and the tattletale, I'm gonna tell, and, the shit sisters with their, drug-dealing shenanigans, although the panty raid is also fucking epic. It is the most charming thing I've ever seen. I love that panty raid.
And they quote, the panty raid was charming.
It was. Don't you agree?
Jen,
going to summer camp.
This is one of those things. I like Revenge of the Nerds. I like that, but this shit does not fly nowadays. You can't fucking say, hey, isn't it endearing that a bunch of guys made off with women's underwear? No, that would land you in fucking juvie nowadays. That would.
Well, I would hope if we, did it, you'd want to take my panties. It would hurt my feelings if you didn't.
But the thing is, I know who you are, and I'm not at a fucking camp, and I'm not underage, and you're not underage. When kids are like, seriously, it's
Kids,
like,
Marty, these are, in their 20s. Let's be real
no,
here.
okay. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. But it's like, it's like, it's just, it's just funny to think, fucking, hey, we respected women back in our day. Did you? Did you, lads? Did you?
Let's check the history on that.
But I really like it. It's fun. It's a departure from the first one, but I don't think it's a bad departure. And like I said, I really give it up to Pamela Springsteen. I think she did a really great job with the role, and she treated the character. I mean, she made her interesting. I think she gave her, some new depths and some new nuances for what this movie is. Again, we're not doing Shakespeare, people, but it's pretty a good time. And the last one before, and you'll notice there's one missing, but we'll talk about that in a minute, is Hellraiser. Hellbound Part 2. It's a great movie as well and it's probably my favorite. And I love the subplot of the little girl with the puzzles. She doesn't talk, but she's trying to constantly solve puzzles. And we have the wicked stepmother Julia coming back and becoming such a cool villain. It is an iconic film. The Hellraiser movies, the first two are just fucking masterpieces as far as I'm concerned.
So
the rest of the movies, not so much, but the first two are fucking awesome.
Are they honorable mentions, or is that your actual list?
That is just my first for number 5. These are all fucking.
Wait, what? What?
I told you I'm cheating a little bit here because there's so many.
No. I said you could cheat.
And I have one more beside for the number 5, and that's Friday the 13th Part 7, because it's my favorite one in the franchise, guys. It's my favorite one in the franchise.
It's top 5, not top fucking 10.
I know. Oh, okay, I'll stop. But
she did warn us. She said she was cheating.
I'm sorry. I'll talk about these later. I'll talk. Let Joey and Doc. That's okay. That's okay.
No, go with your ones. Go with your ones, though.
Carrie versus Jason. It is my favorite. Now, if anyone were to ask me what the best one is, probably Part 4, and I'm one of those weird, or Part 5. But in Part 5, I'm one of those weirdos. I really like Part 5. I know, Marty. I know. And Part 6 is a good one too. But Part 7 has always been my favorite. I like the playback with Jason and basically our Carrie knockoff. And I was really deeply saddened when Laura Park-Lincoln passed this year because she was phenomenal. She gave us weird girls someone to look up to. When I was growing up, that was the weird girl I looked up to because she was relatable. She kept her kindness, but she was a little different, and I liked that. I was always very drawn to the character of Tina Shepherd. She always meant a lot to me, and I hated it when she passed this year.
So they were all your number 5.
Yeah, that was on my number 5. And I promise I'll be really quick with that.
I'm not rushing you. Go on. It's just what prompted you?
Because there's so much horror. I didn't want my whole list to be nothing but horror.
But you could have put them in the honorable mentions.
They could have been, but they deserved it. They're better than being just honorable mentions.
They're better than that. We can do better.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Poltergeist 3 is an honorable mention at fucking best.
No, I think it's a really good movie, and it always has pissed me. Doc, what do you think of Poltergeist 3? Because it's always pissed me off. I know it's gotten a turnaround, but it's gotten a lot of hate, and I always go, why, guys? I think it's a really good movie.
I had heard about some of the hate, I guess. Most of the time I find that there are movies in franchises that get a lot of hate, and I'm like, eh? But I liked it. I thought it was perfectly fine. If I had to rate the 3, we didn't talk about the remake. If I had to rate the 3, I think it would actually go in order, and that's no slight to the 3rd. I think it's perfectly fine. It's actually got that rather sad little history to it as well for obvious reasons. So that might contribute to why it could hold a special place for a lot of people. But no, I didn't even think of that actually when I was first watching Poltergeist 3. I didn't even remember the whole deal with our young lead actress. And when it got to that part where she's not showing her face, I went, oh, shit. It's dawning realization, but I think they're all fine. I have no issues with any of them.
I probably sound like a crazy person, but it's one that I hear gets shit on a lot. And I will say that probably for me, the second one is the best one but Kane still, but I really like Kane. But I don't know, there was just something about I like the idea of a haunted building. It's a little different. It's a little trope on a haunted house, and it worked for me. But yeah. We'll just we'll just say those were my movies, and we'll go on from there.
Go on. What's your number 4?
No, because that's not fair to Joe.
No, I know. It's like, hey, look at the prick crack the whip on his fucking girlfriend in the stream. I'm not going to be that asshole. I'm going to be that dick.
All right, I'll be really quick. My number 4.
No, take your time. I was just. Wait, hang on. Are these honorable mentions? Or
no, for horror. If we just had a whole thing because these are seriously like all of the movies that I just mentioned are some of my favorites in the franchise. These are like franchise movies, and they're my all-time favorites. But anyway, getting back onto my number 4, and it is sort of. I'm interested if Joey knows this one because it has Tim Daly in it, and it's a movie that's not very much talked about, and it is called Spellbinder. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen it.
Oh, Spellbinder. I think I've heard of it, but I know I didn't see it. So Tim Daly's in that movie too?
Tim Daly's in it, and it's kind of a horror, but it's more of a thrillery kind of horror. And what it's about is he's a lawyer, and he comes upon a woman, and she's getting beat up by her boyfriend, and she's in a cult. And we go deeper in the movie, and they're all witches, and it's a pretty predictable ending, but it's such a fun movie. It's one that I would recommend you guys checking out. It's Kelly Preston is in it, and she's really good. She's beautiful also in this film, and I don't want to give too much away, and you will figure out the ending. Like, even as a little kid when I first saw this, I'm like, I know what the ending is, but it's such a fun journey. It doesn't matter that you're going to figure out the ending like the first 10 minutes of the movie. I'd highly recommend it, and Tim Daly's really good in it.
Oh, I'll definitely check. I'm sorry, Marty, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Joey. Go on.
Well, I was just going to say, I'll definitely check it out because I'm a Tim Daly fan. We just watched him on The Sopranos, playing JT on that. And, of course, I love him in Wings, and he's the voice of Superman in the animated series. So I've always been a big fan of his. So I'll definitely check that out just because he's in it.
Very cool.
I've seen it. Well, I've not seen, let me rephrase it. I've not seen the film. I am aware of the film. It pops up. And whenever I look at the poster, I was under the impression that Elizabeth Taylor was in the film because of how the poster looks.
And she's beautiful in this, and it makes, all I'll say is it makes witchcraft really cool. Like, this was my craft, basically. Like, I know all the kids, it involves witchcraft. That's what it's not a spoiler either, but it involves witchcraft. So it's kind of cool. It's a cool movie.
Jen, just before we go on, I just want to say hello to Trenchy is in the chat. Creepy McGee's in the chat. Nate, Grief World's in the chat. Double Feature Podcast is in the chat. And Not JPEG is in the chat. Hello. Thank you for joining us. What's your next movie, Jen?
My next one is called The Kiss, and this is a super campy movie, and it's also about witchcraft in a way. And in incest as well, to a certain degree. Slight incest. Lot less incest than most of my movies. Just barely, hardly incest.
Mild incest.
It's a super campy movie that and it's also involves voodoo, witchcraft and voodoo. And it's about these two sisters. And the one sister comes and pays the other sister a visit. And there's a death involved. And the one sister moves in. And it's over the top. It's campy. But if you're from the 80s, you've probably seen it. It was played a lot on USA and the cable networks. It's a fun one. Don't take it seriously. It's over the top, but it's a fun one.
It's another one that I'm aware of. Have not seen.
I think you'd like it, Dice. I have a feeling you might. I'd actually really be interested to hear what you'd have to say on it. I think you'd dig it.
I think it's on my watch list. I will be watching it eventually.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Cool.
My number 3, I'll try to wrap this up. My number
No,
3.
no. I'm not rushing it. I don't want you to rush it. I just didn't realize you were going to put in 5 horror movies.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You're a horror. It's like Doc said. Those movies don't deserve just a fucking honorable mention. They're too good for that.
Well, you could have made your entire list horror if you wanted.
True, but there was also really other good movies too. All right, but anyway, my number 3 is Heathers, which I'm sure probably other people have on this list as well. Heathers is a very special movie to me because even when the movie first came out, like grown-ups would tell me, Jennifer, you are such a Veronica. Like everyone said, you're Jennifer's or Veronica, and I could relate to it. And a friend of mine, my best friend, in fact, used to say, "Oh my God," when we would watch the movie, she's like, "That's what you'd say," because when Christian Slater, pulls the blanks on those 2 jock assholes and she's talking to her friends and she's like, "They were just blanks." My best friend Holly goes, "Jen, you would totally say that." And I would too. And Christian Slater and Winona Ryder are fucking fabulous in this movie. It's a cool movie. It is a fucking cool movie. It's an iconic movie, and it's about a girl that's trying to fit in these bitches world, and she has a little bit of a heart and a little bit of a conscience, and she's trying to be popular like we all wanted to be back in the day. And it's really good. Shannon Doherty is also in this picture, and we also have Suicide Don't Do It, and Christian Slater, it gives one of his best Jack Nicholsons. I mean, he's channeling Jack Nicholson in this film. So
I always felt he's like an illegitimate child of Nicholson. Just he had his manners and stuff.
He has wisps of Nicholson, yes.
He does, and he's in the trench coat. And I would have totally been into a Christian Slater. Like that would have been totally someone I would have been into. And and my friend Holly always said, "Jen, when she goes, they're just blanks," and she's like, "Oh my God, Jennifer, that's what you would say." I would. And I also, the most quotable line, "I love my dead gay son."
Oh my God, yeah.
That line.
I mean, hey, yeah.
What was the other line? Gag me with a spoon and fuck me with a chainsaw.
Fuck me gently with a chainsaw. I used to say that all the time.
Of course.
Hey, Rowdy Riles. We just had a couple more people that come in. Heroic Waffles and Rowdy Riles stopped in. Rowdy Riles does a really cool figure channel. And Heroic Waffles, he's kicking off his channel there again. He does cool haul videos and stuff. What is next, Jen?
My number 2 is one that you probably thought, well, how come she didn't have this one on her horror franchises? Because this is one of my all-time favorites. You asked me the other night, Marty, what is a movie that represents fall to you? And it's my favorite out of this franchise as well, and that's Halloween 4. I know, everyone looks at me weird, but fucking Halloween 4 is my favorite in the franchise. And the opening shots, it makes you
Mr. Sandman. Is it Mr. Sandman that's playing during that opening scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great fucking scene with the pumpkins and the fields and stuff.
And the leaves. And to me, that's the movie. That's my go-to movie for October. It's a movie that I have to watch at least once, maybe a couple of times during the month of October. Every horror person has at least just one movie that they have to watch. Mine has always been Halloween 4. It's my comfort movie, and it's just the fun one. And fucking Dr. Loomis, who did not die, guys. He just was a little, his face.
I appreciate the Thorn trilogy because there's fun to be had there, but no fucking way are you telling me
he was fine, Marty? He was fine.
Just mild third-degree burns.
Exactly.
The shittiest prosthetic on the side of his face is like, motherfucker, you blew up. You blew the fuck up, okay?
And he's fine. He's fucking fine. I know.
That is fucking Monty Python Black Knight. Like, oh, it is just a flesh wound, motherfucker.
Just put a flesh wound. It's fine.
You got incinerated. And
but Dr. Loomis is so iconic to this franchise. I don't care. We all wanted him back. Like, I know there's people who love part 3, and I'm not giving any hate to you guys, but I want my fucking Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis. God damn it. We needed him back. I'm that asshole.
Look, Okay, but if Loomis turns around and goes, "Oh, he has the evilest, darkest eyes," no, he doesn't. You fucking shot him in the fucking eye sockets. He has no eyes. Yes, he has black voids because you blew out his fucking eyeballs.
He's a little perforated, but once again, hey, he's okay. They got bone up. He's still okay. You can smell like melting rubber, but he's okay.
Jesus
He
Christ.
regenerated. He's fine, guys. He's the power of Thorn, people. The power of Thorn.
Whatever kind of health care both he and Loomis have, I would like to have a word. I'm just curious.
No, look. No, there is fucking some cool scenes I like. Is it this one or number 5? He kills a woman with a shotgun, but he doesn't actually shoot her. He literally stabs her with the barrel of the gun.
That's that's this one, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I apologize for mixing up. I do find in some cases the Thorn trilogy does kind of blend together.
Fuck you.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that as a derivative thing. It's just 9 times out of 10, I've probably watched the Thorn movies back to back, and it's like it's kind of like, oh well, this like I can always suss out the last one because that's the one fucking Ant-Man turns up and it's like, okay, Paul Rudd, he's our hero. He's spying on our heroine through a fucking telescope while she's getting.
It's fine, Marty. It's charming and fine. He's just a little weird. The movie's establishing he's not going to be your normal dude, but we're still rooting for him.
I believe I haven't done my full review yet. That was a bit of a mess last year, but we're trying. Anyway, I have it mostly written, but I think that one of the things that I say in that review is if anyone else were doing this besides Paul Rudd, police would be called.
True.
It's a good thing he doesn't age. Anthony Michael Hall or Paul Rudd, Jen?
Anthony Michael Hall. You know the answer before you asked it.
No, I just want to get an opinion. Doc, what about you? Anthony Michael Hall or Paul Rudd for?
Well, what's the category here? Are we talking most attractive? Are we talking person I would like to come try to save my ass from Michael Myers?
Who do you think was the better? I always mix it up with the other. Friday the 13th. Because the Tommy Doyle guy, Jarvis is Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Tommy.
Well, in that case, well, no offense to the long-running actor, but I would think Paul Rudd. He's at least a little bit more interesting, very off-putting, but a little bit more interesting.
I can't argue with you. I'm a big Anthony Michael Hall fan because I'm a walking cliche, as everybody knows. I'm a fucking walking cliche. I'm team male Anthony Michael Hall. And the last movie that I have on my list, my favorite, and believe it or not, this is not a horror movie. And I think if Joey, you might know this film, but if you haven't, you should because it's one of my all-time favorites. It's a movie with Tom Berenger and Deborah Winger, and it is called Betrayed. I stumbled on this movie a few years back and was just riveted. And basically what it is Tom Berenger is an all-American farmer, right? Seems like, God, country, all of that. Really likable guy. And he has a group of friends. But for some reason, he is on the FBI's radar and Deborah Winger has to go in undercover and figure out if he's guilty of what they're being accused of. It's and Deborah Winger and Tom Berenger have incredibly great chemistry together. And she really does start to fall in love with him. It's an assignment, but she starts to really fall in love with him. And things with Tom Berenger might not be what they seem. If you've never seen it, guys, it's a really good movie. It's one of my favorites.
I gotta check that out because I'm a big Tom Berenger fan. Platoon, Eddie and the Cruisers, Fear City. I never saw that one, so I'm gonna have to put that on my list with the Spellbinder.
I think you'd really like it. Have you seen it?
Double feature podcast is saying they're going to check that one out as well.
Everybody's over here going.
Have you seen it, Doc? I think you'd like it too.
I think I might have heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. No.
It also has the actor that from Frasier, the one that plays his father. He's gay in real life, and and the only reason I bring up he's gay in real life because the character he is playing it's just a really interesting casting choice because of what he's playing in the film.
Okay.
So I think I love it, and I'm not. There's a lot more to talk about, but I go in blind, guys. Go in with this one blind.
I do try.
Also, hello, Khalil Daly and Larry the Horror Cat Dad came in. So is that your number one?
That is my number one. I love
your
you
number
know
one.
you know that, Marty. I want to watch it with you one day because I love that movie a lot. It's a favorite of mine.
Because when you told me about it first, I thought it was the Ridley Scott movie, someone to watch over me, with Minnie Rogers, but that's a totally different thing. But yeah, no, he done a lot of kind of, I don't know, would you call them erotic thrillers, or would it fall into the category
No,
of
it
erotic
wouldn't fall. There is a romance going on between them, but because what we find out about Tom Berenger, it's a heavy movie, guys. It's a super heavy. I dare I say it's almost cerebral. I know the girl that talks about spook pictures and incest, but it's a thinking one. It makes you think. He is such and Tom Berenger plays it so good.
Berenger's a great actor. He's
I love
from
him.
Platoon.
He said it was his favorite film role that he ever did as well.
Oh wow!
So yeah.
Gosh.
I'm sorry, guys. I should have.
No, you're good. Jen, just the title of the movie again. Just type it in for Kal-El Daly.
Sure. In the chat.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. I will type it in. Here we go. Okay, cool. I will type it in for you guys.
No matter. Well, I was gonna say, Joey, have you got your list for 88 ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you told me that. All right. So yeah, anybody knows me. I love the action movies. So there's gonna be a lot of action movies on my thing. Number 5, I got Hero and the Terror with Chuck Norris. I love that one. It's about a serial killer. The guy from Superman 2, the big guy with the beard. I think his name is Jack O'Halloran. He plays the serial killer in it, and it's a pretty good movie. It's intense at times. Then I got another one at 4 called Platoon Leader. It's a canon film with Michael Dudikoff, who did American Ninja films. It's based on a true story. It's about Vietnam. I love it. I think it's one of the best canon films that they put out back then. It's really underrated. No one talks about it, but it's very good. It's got a great score too. I got number 3. I got Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi. It's
that's a great one.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's a Walter Hill film. He did The Warriors and The Long Riders and 48 Hours. He's a great director, and he doesn't skip a beat in this one. And
I like the fact they usually in the progression of buddy cop movies, you have the guys becoming friends. They have mutual respect at the most at the end of this movie, but they still don't like each other. I think the only sign of affection is he gets Arnie the gun, and he also, when they're in the coffee shop, he orders him tea, and before your one pours, but actually no, sliced lemon, and Arnie's like, "How did you know that?" He goes, "I watched Dr. Zhivago." It's like, just. But sorry, Joey. Who's the bad guy in that? Because I was going to say James Remar, but then I'm confusing it with fucking 48 Hours. I don't know. I remember back in the day, I confused it with 48 Hours a lot.
I forget his name. He's got the bushy curly hair. He looks a little like James Remar. He's got that kind of face to him. But I forget the guy that plays the villain in that. He's really good though, and but I love the whole movie. I love the chemistry with Belushi and Schwarzenegger. I like how they feed off each other. They're not like the best of friends, but they got to work together for a common cause. They both got scored to settle. But I always loved that movie, and it's one that I guess a lot of people the Schwarzenegger fans don't talk about. Everything is Terminator or Predator. So I put that on my list because I always enjoyed it. Number 2, I got Van Damme in Bloodsport. I love Bloodsport. I'm obsessed with that. The soundtrack is badass too, and anything with underground tournaments, I love. When there's a risk of somebody dying in these tournaments, I just love that.
Is that the one where he's playing the so-called real life martial artist who turned out to be like full of shit?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Frank Dukes.
Yeah. The guy, it turned out the dude was like absolutely talking bollocks. He was saying, "Oh yeah, I learned all this in the Green Berets and stuff." They're like, "This cunt worked in an office filing fucking papers for fucking ordnance." It's like,
yeah, I don't know how that came out, but the actor Don the Dragon Wilson, who's also a kickboxing champion. He's the one that was one of the first guys that came out and said the story was full of shit. And then Van Damme wanted to have a fight between Van Damme and Don the Dragon Wilson, which I would have loved to have seen, but it didn't happen. I would have loved to see two guys fight over a movie about being bullshit or not. So that would have been a movie in itself. So I would have loved to see that.
We're making a new movie. Check it out.
And my number one film is the Steven Seagal Above the Law. I love that movie. It's the movie that launched. I know Steven Seagal's not the greatest guy in the world, but it just launched his career, and I just love the movie. It's got a really strong cast. Pam Grier's in it, and so I mean, the movie is great from start to finish. A lot of action, a lot of twists and turns, and it's just one of my favorite films out of the whole '80s. Above the Law, so I picked that one as my number one.
That's a good pick. I am above the law.
Is that the one with the Haitians? Which is the one with the Haitians? Because
that's the one. That's the Alfred. There's Alfred Justice. Mark for Death.
Mark for Death is the day. My God, the Haitian Jamaican population got a bad fucking doing it. Between that and Predator 2. Fucking voodoo magic, man. I love it. It's horribly inappropriate, but it's fucking funny. You were like, what the fuck? You can't say that. You can't do that.
Something tells me this isn't accurate.
No. We're culturally insensitive. Our cultural fucking supervisor wasn't on. There was no cultural supervisor. It was like, yeah, just like we have a fucking Scottish lad playing an Irish lad in a fucking movie. Also, Rowdy Riles, if you want to move to Ireland, do move to Ireland, but actually, do, because it's fucking better than the fucking...
Hey, are you currently in the US? Go.
Yeah, I didn't say it. Thank you.
As an American, run! Take me with you.
Save yourself.
Save yourself, yeah.
No, that's a wicked list, Joey, and you got some great fucking action years. And
thanks, Marty.
That's like a lot of people forget as well that action movies were the backbone of the kind of the 80s, as well as horror, like a lot of genres. But I think horror, action movies, and sci-fi were like the big three for 1980s. I think it's people kind of, they snub genres like that. They're like, oh, they'll never win an Oscar. Fuck you. It's like, they're what built Hollywood. As Bill Paxton once said, people kind of snub science fiction and horror, but they forget a lot of those pictures were what built that town, and he was dead right. But that's a cool list, and there were some cool fucking titles. So Doc, what do you got for 88?
An interesting little amalgamation here. There's a sprinkling of not horror in here, ironically enough.
Is your number 5 going to be 10 horror movies? Just want to make sure.
I'm sorry. It's just this year.
It's very important. I have 5, just to be very, very different, I suppose. But first one that I would like to mention that I am currently working on a review for, I don't know when that will be out, but Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is one that is, I know, very, very beloved by a lot of people. I enjoy it myself, maybe not quite as much as a lot of other people do, but it's still a very entertaining one. Michael Keaton having an absolute blast, apparently. A very solid cast. I quote that movie quite frequently. His whole spiel about, I've been to Juilliard, lived through the Black Plague, and
seen The Exorcist.
Seen The Exorcist.
It keeps getting fucking funnier. It keeps on getting goddamn funnier every time.
Yeah, and ironically, that little clip of Delia when she has that brief meltdown about how, I'm here with you, I will live in this house, but I have to make it my own. I used that when my family and I moved into this place, and I did all of this for my room. And that's exactly what I used. So it has a certain significance. However, I must throw this out there. I am thrown off when people say that this is their favorite Halloween film. It seems more summer to me like a summer film. But you can have it, okay? This is for the normies who think that just because it's spooky, it's for Halloween. That's okay. We have a section in Spirit Halloweens now because of this. Thank you. Number 4 is talking about Haitians. I don't know if this is speaking of being absolutely.
I know what it is.
Absolutely dense as a Caucasian person. If that's not correct, please correct me. Thank you. The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yeah,
it's a great movie. One of
Wes Craven.
Yeah, one of his that doesn't get near enough fucking mention and discussion.
Indeed.
That movie is freaky, man. That movie will freak you out. That's a real freaky one.
It is. It's based on a true story, kind of. Like
kind of.
Yeah. There's a
we
book.
can say it was based off of a true experience.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Although some people
whether or not it was actually true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it made a hell of a good movie.
It did, yeah. And I think, well, for one, I'm an appreciator, shall we say, of Bill Pullman. So there's that. We're always
and
happy
his
to see
wife is
that.
in it too.
True.
He's in it
yes.
just
Oh, still counts. I think, like a lot of people have mentioned, Wes Craven had a very interesting way of portraying the people of color in his movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he may not have been absolutely fantastic or perfect in his representation, especially in this film, but I think that it's very interesting how he went about trying to portray the voodoo and hoodoo cultures, because it was outside of what we had gotten from Hollywood. It was just a touch more respectful, perhaps, dare I say. Not very accurate, but a touch more respectful. And I think that this is a film that a lot of male individuals would be a little bit concerned about for one particular scene. So there's that. I would see everybody in the audience cross their legs at the same time.
I love it.
Of
Of course you do. Of course, fucking course.
And as soon as I saw that one scene, I went, Jen would like that.
She's gonna screen cap it and fucking print it out as a fucking A6 poster or something.
Just
like
right in the bedroom, Marty.
Yeah.
Why
done?
do you think that this movie, because it's a favorite of mine, it's not my favorite Wes Craven, that's probably People Under the Stairs, but why do you think that doesn't get the talk about as Scream or Nightmare on Elm Street or even Last House on the Left?
Well, I think that Last House on the Left is seen as one of those really extreme movies, even though it's technically not that extreme. But it is an unsettling film. That's one of his earlier films. They kind of put him on the map, so to speak. And of course, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, those have expansive franchises. They're slashers. Slashers tend to be shined on a little bit more, and that's fine. I'm not terribly big in slashers myself, but I have appreciation. I think it's just that it does get forgotten about, and maybe kind of like People Under the Stairs, it has its fan base, but it's not as big as Scream or Nightmare on Elm Street, because, again, franchises and slashers. So.
Doc, would you say he has kind of like a little subcategory that's kind of he's forgotten features? You've got Serpent and the Rainbow, but you've also got the likes of Vampire in Brooklyn. No one ever fucking mentions Vampire in Brooklyn. Or People Under the Stairs has garnered a bit more of a cult status over the years. And he also done a musical comedy as well, which I'm still fucking enamored by.
Yeah.
What was that? Art of Music or something like I don't know, but
Music
it's just,
of the Heart, I think.
Music of the Heart, yeah.
So it throws people off. I think they just, you say Wes Craven, and you automatically assume Freddy Krueger, Ghostface, stuff like that. You might not think, of course, Serpent in the Rainbow. No, you probably wouldn't think that, but it's still a good film, I would say. It seemed very intriguing to me through the vibes, if you will, the atmosphere, and once again, Bill Pullman. Thank you. So.
Winfield too is in this as well.
Paul Winfield's a great actor.
He's really good.
One other thing I wanted to ask yourself and Doc Jen. I watched American Nightmare. It's a documentary, and it was interviewing different directors and stuff. He didn't specifically say it, But he said in his household, Craven, they weren't allowed to smoke, drink, or watch television. Was he from a Mormon family?
I don't think he was from a Mormon family, but that reminds me of something that he said, or something that was said about him, that was essentially alluding to the fact that he might have been in a more, I wouldn't say conservative, but a little bit more religious family, maybe. So he might have grown up with.
He didn't specify. Well, I suppose as well, because the United States is so big, you have so many subsects of Christian kind of religions or
Presbyterian,
or
Baptist,
Pentecostal.
Presbyterians and shit like that. Yeah. But no, I was just wondering if he knew offhand, because
I don't know all that much. I'm sure there's somebody out there who knows a lot more about Craven than I do. But I think he was more like button down, tight knit professor like.
Yeah.
Someone had compared him to like John Carpenter, and John Carpenter's more hippie, blues, relaxed. So,
Creepy McGee says not Mormons, just squares. Okay.
Yeah, fair. That's not a bad way of putting it. Yes. Yes. And yet here he is with Last House on the Left. Hello?
Well, again, I'm sorry for deviating, and I'll let you continue. But it's just, you got the feeling when this, as he said himself, he was just an angry young man when he made Last House on the Left. He was watching the news. He was watching the stuff on the Mile Massacre. He was watching children run towards the camera after they got napalmed, and he was just like, what the fuck is going on? And the only form of catharsis he had was to go out and just make this really ugly, angry movie to just express how he felt. Sorry, I went on a soapbox there. Apologies.
No,
it's an interesting. He's such a soft-spoken and gentle individual, which most horror directors are. Fucking, they're kitty cats, they're teddy bears, but it's
with a few exceptions, but we don't talk about them.
Yeah. But I digress. Back to your list. Sorry, I kind of I sped off there.
And just to have a nice little flip from Serpent and the Rainbow, not a horror film, depending on how you look at it. It still might be, depends. Earth Girls Are Easy.
That's a cute movie.
It's so bizarre to me, really, when I first watched it. But of course, you have Jeff Goldblum, a very young Jim Carrey, Gina Davis, this very intriguing and rather, at the time, high-profile cast. And we're going to put them in fursuits. Okay, am I right? This looks like a children's program gone wrong.
That was someone's kink for sure. That was some producer or director was like, "Can we make the aliens fuzzy?"
Can we?
Okay, John, sure.
Look, we've got 3 really attractive young actors here. Can we put them in fursuits? Okay, yeah. Eventually, we're gonna do the makeover. Yeah, okay, cool. That I thought was amusing. It's just this chaotic sort of mess that's very 80s that I kind of vibe with. So that's rather entertaining to me to watch. It's what I would call a relaxed movie. There's no really high stakes here. There's nothing really traumatic that happens. So it's just fun. And the musical numbers you wouldn't expect. But we get musical numbers. Okay. Sure, why not? After that, a different sort of humorous Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, because of course it is a classic. Yes, who would really be upset with Elvira? Stand up now so I could hurt you.
There are some though. There are some.
Yeah. We don't look at the 1 or less star reviews for a reason.
Yeah.
It's just, once again, another entertaining film that gave us a full-length feature for Elvira, whom a lot of people were already familiar with prior to the concept of a feature film. It gave us a lot of quotable moments, a lot of fashion goals, perhaps even a lot of car goals for some of us. And also, I find it, how should we say, semi-relatable. The concept of someone like Elvira going to this very conservative, high-ass town being the way she is, and I'm here going, I think I might understand. Yes, yes. We live in the village now. Oh God.
It's fun. I even like some of the cheap gags. It's like she bangs her head off scaffolding, and he's like, "How's your head?" No one's complained yet. I love that line, and it's a cute movie. I mean, there's this bit where like the head of the salon or the diner comes forward when she's been burnt, and she's had some serious fucking issues with Elvira. He's like, "No. You have to light the fire from the bottom." And she's like, "You bitch." I just thought
it'll burn better if you light it in multiple places.
But it's fucking Cassandra Peterson must be a vampire or a witch. 70 years of age. I mean, the woman is
good genes.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's either because she's a ginger or a lesbian, maybe both. I'm not sure. We're still running tests.
You got to give props as well, I suppose. Like if it was either now or never, because it was fairly recent she came out with her sexuality, right?
Yeah, when her book came out.
Yeah, it really wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but she had been with her partner, of course, for quite a while prior. And I think that's a nice thing, really, rather than I just found this person, so hey. But I do know that a large portion of the community within the horror community just absolutely exploded when they found out about this, going, yes, another win for the lesbians, yes. The bisexuals, we have it, yes.
Doc, do you think, also being a member of the LGBTQ community, right? Do you think the sad fact of the matter was, though, because in the 80s and 90s, she was a horror sex. I'm just going to say sex icon. Do you think that was a factor of why she kind of held off on coming out for so long?
I'm willing to bet yes. Now, obviously, nobody can really speak on that aside from herself, but I am pretty comfortable in saying, yeah, that's probably a very big reason, because even when she did come out in, the 2020s here, there were a lot of, straight guys who just lost their shit.
Yep.
And it was rather disheartening, and I'm sure there's still people who are doing that. There was NECA came out with a version.
The Pride, her dress. Pride flag.
I got that from Velvet.
The comments. There are some people going, yes, this is fantastic. Others who are going, why do you have to make it gay?
Oh, look, fucking, I say this every fucking time. If it doesn't stop you getting up in the morning, taking a shower, taking a shit, and going to fucking work, it's none of your... Don't buy the fucking figure! If it's getting that much of a fucking crotch, who gives a fuck? She's like...
This is for a niche portion of people who would want this. If you don't want that, great. Continue on your way. It's okay. You can have your cardboard cutouts. I know a lot of people do.
But Doc, the other thing is... Doc, the other thing is as well... NECA also released 3 other versions. There's a Christmas version, there's the standard version, which I have, and there's the Commando version. Get them.
Yeah.
And
there's a 4th of July version.
Yeah.
Yep. You can still even if you're straight, you can still jack off to her. I mean, there's no thing stopping you, right?
Clearly, it's never stopped anybody.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking clip this piece for goddammit, Jen, and just have the more you know.
But I don't understand. Like, I mean, what's the? It's still not. I mean, that's why a lot of men, they were attracted to her, and I mean, anybody with vision would be. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, and great genes. But like, why would that bother you? Like, okay,
yeah,
so
also,
you had a shot with her when you thought she was straight.
But that's the thing as well. All these schmucks are like, oh, it's fucking with. dude, you never stood a fucking chance. You fuck off, you simple bastard.
You see some of the icons, and I'm like,
No,
I don't even have a
almighty.
chance. I know that. Come on.
I'm with Doc as well. I was looking at some of the comments on one of those figures, and they're like, "Oh man, what a fucking waste!" And I'm like, "Dude, you are a fucking indictment to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Look at the fucking state of you, for Christ's sake."
It can be very amusing, shall we say? Personally, I was just like, "Oh, cool, that's great." I'm glad that now she can literally be out, happy, proud, comfortable, and all that. She looks very happy with her current partner. That's wonderful. And also, her current partner, I believe, is her like workout coach. I'm like, yes. But I can see that you planned this very well. I'm here for it. But she's happy. She's finally at, like you said, she's what, in her 60s or something.
70s. 70s. Jesus.
And she's still doing fabulous. She looks wonderful. She's able to be fully. People were already drag queens, the LGBTQ. They were already toting her as a great icon, and now she's able to be out and happy. What changed? What changed?
But like, and as well, she's turning up in other movies as well. Like she's turned up in The Munsters as a real estate agent, and
Yep.
I think she had a minuscule. I need to go back and watch it, but I think she had a minuscule role in The Monkey.
Oh,
I think she,
okay.
I think she did. Come to think of it, now
Yeah.
that you say that, I think I do remember that.
She's popped up in a few different places, not as Elvira, but she's been there, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
She was there. She was one of the bikers, and I'm always, whenever I'm watching somebody watch that film for the first time, I'm like, you know who that is? Huh? Come on! But yeah, she'll pop up in other different places. She can be someone besides Elvira, but she can still be Elvira. It's just nice to me, you know. But that was a separate rant. My first spot, my number one for the 88 portion is Fright Night Part 2.
nice.
Interesting.
Once again, it's so nice to be bisexual, you know. The lead actress in this is fabulous. Very much here for her. She was also in The Mouth of Madness, I believe.
She fucking followed me on Twitter, which is one of
Really?
the I feel really fucking bad that I stopped using Twitter, but she's kick arse. She's kick arse because I shared her out and stuff, and she's like, thanks for that. And I'm like, so sweet, no bother. But yeah, she was in The Mouth of Madness. She's kind of a low-key 80s, 90s horror icon, right?
She will pop up in a few different places. I mean, I personally know her mostly from Fright Night Part 2 because she is I don't want to in case anybody hasn't seen this, I don't want to spoil anything, but she has a link to Jerry Dandridge from the first film.
Yep.
And if you happen to be like me with my particular tastes, you see Jerry Dandridge and then you see her and you're like, but I think it's an underrated sequel because you, for one, don't know that it exists more often than not. Two, it has a lot of returning cast members, and that makes it a lot of fun. And yeah, for some reason, people shit on it. I don't know why. It's a perfectly fine film. Yeah, there's some loopholes, but
So Jen, would you like to discuss this point? Because
no, I get, and a lot of people feel the way Doc does it, and it is underrated. I prefer Part 1 just because I'm a fucking Chris Sedan was where I got my sexual awakening. That scene in the fucking nightclub. Oh my fucking
Fair.
God.
the night stream, and Martin feels totally fucking inadequate. You know,
I mean,
just put some things
oh,
on and a sweater that kind of hangs out. Try that.
It's just oh my God. I mean, it just woo. I mean, just goddamn that. I just wow.
inadequacy rising. Inadequacy rising.
You just see the danger going.
But it's nothing like Marty or anything. But holy hell, have you seen him in that movie? I mean, oh my God. But so like, I have a bit of a bias, but I like what it is too. And it's actually, I have an interesting history anyway because and I don't think I've even told Marty this. Charlie actually looks like Velvet's dad, and I always wondered, because I loved Fright Night as a kid, and I always wondered, did I just go to him because he looked a little in the face, not the hair, but in the face he looked like Charlie, and I'm like, is that why I was attracted to him? Because in the face he looked a lot like the actor who played Charlie, and I always wonder if that was some psychological subconscious nugget or something.
Have I to worry about now some fucking cunt looking like Chris Sedan, like you're fucking going out for a night out and you're like, ooh, where the fuck is she going? Hey, come back!
Hey, where's she
Come fucking back!
No, but getting back to the movie, it's fun, and it is funny too. And I like how just Charlie thinks he's crazy. He would, he won't even acknowledge that it happened for a lot of the movie. I thought that's really funny.
Self gaslighting through therapy.
Yeah. And of course, anytime we had Roddy McDowell, any movie with him in it is just amazing.
It is. I'm actually very glad that they brought him back. I wasn't, when I was going to watch it for the first time after I found out that it existed. I was like, okay, I don't know, because there's a certain history with sequels of horror movies that are very beloved, where it's like, but
Boys.
We could name them. I won't. But the thing that helped me think that this could actually be decent is Roddy McDowell, William Ragsdale. You have all these the primary returning actors, if you will. Obviously they couldn't bring back everybody.
No.
But they had a nice, I wouldn't say replacement, but a nice successor in the lead actress for Vampire. And actually, I like the cast that they have for the Vampire plus Werewolf plus Familiar. That was a very interesting cast to me. Little side note, the actor who played the werewolf also played the werewolf in the
Monster Squad?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, again, maybe it's my age. I was like, fucking hell. I was watching the Monster Squad and I was like, when are they going to go bowling with human heads? And then I oh wait, shit, no, that's the other movie.
That's another film. Just as a fun thing for everybody here. That's another film that is often, along with the original, put into like queer horror categories for obvious reasons, but also the maybe little less known reason is the character of Belle, I believe is their name. Played by a male actor, yes, but they give very androgynous vibes that everybody loves. We're here for that. So, little side note. Also, speaking of Chris Sarandon, I met him. I had a chance to meet him, but the irony is I knew him as the voice of Jack Skellington first, and had not seen Fright Night. Saw Fright Night after the fact and went, oh, we are blessed. We are very blessed, yes.
And Child's Play too.
Yeah, too, yes. Yeah, so, little thing. He was very nice, very lovely individual, because I was going to take a picture with him, of course, but I forgot to put the SD card in my camera the night before, and so my mom used her phone instead, and he's like, are you sure you don't want to take it again? Is there any issue? And I'm like, no, that should be fine, thank you. So, he's a very nice guy.
God, I've heard that. It's good to know that, like, my sexual awakening was done by a good guy
instead of an absolute scumbag.
I had to fucking top it off. He's a nice fucking dude. Joey, what's your thoughts on Fright Night and Fright Night 2? Please change the subject. Fucking Chris Sarandon, for fuck's sake.
You think he's pretty fuckable too, don't you?
Join the club. Come on.
Anyway, the first Fright Night is my favorite horror movie of all time. I'm obsessed with it. I love the whole cast. I'm a huge Roddy McDowell fan. I mean, I remember him from Planet of the Apes. Get that great voice. He was a childhood actor. Chris Sarandon, I'm a big fan of his too. He's definitely one of those smooth actors. He could play good or bad.
Just makes your legs just go boom.
No, not mine, but anyway.
Did anybody else hear a snap? Wow.
He's definitely a great actor, and I can see why people find him attractive. He's a good-looking guy. I actually met Stephen Jeffries, Evil Ed, a couple of years ago, and he was a really nice guy. We're both from New York, so we hit off like that talking, and he was really cool. And I could have met William Ragsdale, but he had a family emergency, and Chris Sarandon had a prior engagement. So there was Amanda Bierce and Stephen Jeffries, and Amanda Bierce was packed. There was too many people to see her, and Stephen Jeffries only had like 2 or 3 people ahead of me, so I took him. And I wanted to meet him anyway because I like the Evil Ed character in Fright Night. But he was super nice, signed, talked for a while, and didn't rush you out of there. And he was just, I got my picture taken with him, and I got his autograph hanging on my wall. So I was happy to meet him. As for Fright Night 2, I love the sequel. So my honorable mention, I thought it was the vampire woman. She could pass for Jerry's sister. So I thought it was great casting. I love all the vampires, especially that big guy. I think his last name is Thompson, but I can't figure his first name.
Brian Thompson?
Yeah, Brian Thompson. Yeah, he was in the bad guy in Cobra. Yeah, he had that big butcher knife that he was walking around, the hunting knife. But he was good in it. I thought the whole cast was. I love the guy that played the psychiatrist, the short, stocky guy, the bald head. I thought he was good in it. So yeah, I thought. I mean, I know some people go, "Oh, it wasn't really that good." I liked it better than the remake that they did with Colin Farrell. I didn't like
that remake. I fucking hate it.
I didn't like the remake either. I watched it because of what's the guy's name? The guy who played Doctor Who. I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
David Tennant.
David Tennant. Yeah, he was in it playing Peter Vincent. I said, okay, I'll check it out. And I said, it wasn't the same. I mean, Colin Farrell's a very good actor, but he's no Chris Sarandon. The way he played the role, and so. But yeah, the original is my favorite horror movie of all time. The sequel is very good, underrated. The remake, not so much.
There's also, I believe, I don't know how much of a remake it is, but it's at least a sequel of the remake, which is ironically not talked about very much. I haven't seen it. I plead the fifth. I don't know.
It's
right.
The only good thing in it is Jamie Murray, who was a villain in one season of Dexter, and she also does the voice of Carmilla in Castlevania. She's a great actress. She does really good femme fatales, but the movie's dog shit. It says it's a sequel, but it's a retcon. They recast all the characters. It's fucking dog shit. But yeah, no. So Fright Night Part 2 is your number one for 88.
Yes.
Nice.
And people are going to try to shoot me because Beetlejuice was last.
I'll take an even hotter take. I'm not a big fan of Beetlejuice. Like, I respect it, but I'm one of the few horror fans that I didn't care for. I'm not a Tim Burton person. He's a little too whimsy for me.
He's a little hit or miss for me, but
yeah, I like Ed Wood.
What about Sleepy Hollow?
Of course.
What about Sleepy Hollow, Jen?
I like Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow's okay. My mom loves Sleepy Hollow.
I love Sleepy Hollow too.
Yeah, my mom.
Who are we gonna do for the guy who's the headless horseman who we will eventually see, and he has absolutely not a word of dialogue? Christopher Walken. Yeah. Interesting choice. All right.
5 long years I kept my head inside this tree. Yeah. Wow. Avocado. No, I got terrible. Sorry, that's a terrible Walken. Jesus Christ. Okay, I promise I'll never do that again.
He will.
Oh, and the Planet of the Apes remake, guys. I love that one.
Fuck you that movie.
Oh, that's horrible.
I liked it.
Oh, Jen, that's less respect for you.
But Mark Wahlberg.
Point down.
Fuck Marky Mark. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm with you, Marty.
Bunch. Jesus Christ. Right.
Welcome to another stream of Marty going.
Remake. What about you and your Planet of the Apes remake? Are you going to plead the fifth?
Right. So, my top 5 for 88. At number 5 has to be Chuck Russell's remake of The Blob. I love this. Frank Darabont does the script. Great cast. Shawnee Smith, Jeffrey DeMunn, load of other fucking people. Too hard to mention. Fucking David Axelrod turns up. And yeah, so what you get is a very clever remake that takes the tropes of the original and then uses what you know about those tropes against you. Do you think one character is going to be the hero? No. You think the blob is an extraterrestrial creature? No, it's a bacterial weapon. And I like it shows the evolution of it. That, yeah, it's a bacterial living weapon, but the only reason it becomes the creature that's able to dissolve is it goes into the bum's hand through his blood system and absorbs his stomach acid. The fucking ability to dissolve its prey isn't natural to the blob. It's only when it goes through the guy's stomach. And yeah, fun fact as well for all you Eraserhead fans, the doctor at the hospital is Jack Nance from Eraserhead. And yeah, it's a great fucking movie. Practical effects. I love my practical effects. It kills a fucking kid. It doesn't it's not off scene. It fucking dissolves a child. You have some Eli Roth looking fucker with a date rape mobile. He fucking tries to get his hand over an Erica Eleniak. He gets fucking dissolved. It's a great movie. My one kind of bepuzzlement about it is, out of all the remakes of 50 B movies that came out in the 80s, such as The Thing, such as The Fly, which have garnered a cult following. The Fly was fairly popular. Cronenberg had a bit of fucking traction, so that was fairly popular immediately. The Thing took a while, but it got popularity. No one ever discusses this, and they really fucking should. It's a great fucking movie, and yeah, again, Frank Darabont fucking kid, real slick, clever script. As I said before, you get to see the evolution of the blob. You get to see, yeah, it's able to do this because it fucking went through the bum, and it can do this now because of the cold. And it's an interesting take. Again, it works on the mechanics of the creature and takes what you know from the original and uses that against you. Great fucking movie. Guys, what's your thoughts? Joey, what's your thoughts?
I like the phrasing of it's able to dissolve people because it went through the bum. That's interesting.
Oh, actually, yeah, I probably should have used a different term, but yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but yeah,
I can't explain.
But no, it again, as it went through the kind of the hobo, and that was cool because again, when you watch a horror movie or a creature movie, the creature does what it does because it just can. But with this, it's like, oh, this is a weapon. This is a weapon that evolves the situation. The military, it's not an alien. It's something the government cooked up that can fucking. It's kind of theorized this thing was put into space to see could it colonize something and kill what was on the planet, and just that it's that adaptable. And again, I love Alien, I love the Predator, I love the Thing. Some of those creatures don't have what I call kind of form follows function, because for something to work, hardcore sci-fi fucking nerd like me, I like to know how something works. Big scary monster is cool. Big scary monster that has a reason or a scientific fucking purpose for its modus operandi works better. But sorry, yeah, Doc, what's your thoughts on the Blob remake?
I'll make this very easy because I haven't seen the remake yet. I've seen the original, but I have not seen the remake
shit
yet.
Balls! You need to watch this.
I know. It's on my list, I swear.
Joey, Jen, what's your thoughts on it?
Okay, Jen.
Okay, I love that they killed the kid.
Yeah. No, it's ballsy. It's ballsy. It's
ballsy because even nowadays there's only so many great, and a lot of times it's off, and like you said, it shows it
off
in
screen.
Your face. It's cute. It's a fun movie. You know who really loves this movie is Velvet. Velvet, it's like one of their all-time favorites. I'm very familiar with it. It's a cute movie. There's a better sci-fi that I'll mention in my honorable mentions, though. There's a way better sci-fi from this year.
Fuck off. The Blob remake is fucking awesome. Joey,
it's fine. It kills a kid.
What's your thoughts on the Blob remake, Joey?
Oh, I mean, I thought it was good. I like Shawnee Smith. She's a talented actress. She was on Becker, which I love that show with Ted Danson.
Mm-hmm.
So I know her from that too. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw it, but that's one with Kevin Dillon's in it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. So I like Kevin Dillon. I'm a fan of his. It was good. I like the remake better with Steve McQueen. That's just me. I like it coming from outer space. It's instead of something to do with the
Beware the
government.
jam.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the I like the remake, the original better, but the remake was pretty good. It was good cast and a good story, and I like about the government stuff too, and that's always scary, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. I thought it was a good film.
I like the fact that they kind of allude to Dylan's character being in his 20s rather than having Steve McQueen as the oldest fucking teenager you've ever seen. Dude, you're 40. You're fucking 40.
This is a man who pays taxes. What is this?
He wasn't 40. He was like maybe in his probably mid-20s back then.
Dude, he looked. Okay, well, I suppose back then, fucking 20s looked more.
Well, don't forget, he's Steve McQueen, man. He's the king of cool.
What do you want for breakfast, Mr. McQueen? Pack of Marlboros, please.
And a glass of milk. Oh, of course.
So, my number 2, another great creature feature, and the directorial debut of a fucking visual effects legend, Stan Winston, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you get is essentially a gothic fairy tale / kind of survival movie where you understand the reasons behind Lance Henriksen's character, Ed Harley, and you empathize, but you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, this thing is malvoyant as fuck. And the design, again, it's Stan Winston, the design is fucking cool. Suit work. I always say this, bar with the new Alien series. That's a fucking tirade. I'll go. Practical beats digital any fucking day of the week, unless it's a shitty fucking practical effect, which is like in the new Alien series. But I digress. But yeah, Pumpkinhead, love it. Cool kills, cool creature design. Love to try and get my hands on the fucking McFarlane figure, but I've a better chance of finding the Ark of the Covenant. Jen, what's your thoughts on Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead has a lot of similarities because you at that time you often saw mother's grief, but this is one that is very intimately showing a father's grief, and it has something in common with a movie I'm going to talk about from 1989 with that parallels another father as going through grief of losing a child. I love the movie, and I also like that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, because that's basically what it is. You want vengeance, and you totally understand why Lance Henriksen wants to do what he does, even though everyone's like, it's a bad idea, dude. But of course, you're not going to listen. Another thing I really love, and only you will appreciate this, Marty. One of the actors who is now, I think, an English professor at a college, he played the brother in Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. He was the one that was having sex with the doll and his sister. He's in that too, and he's now a college professor. Or no, I think it's a high school. I think he's only a high school English, but still, it's cool. And he's like back on. Remember, he was in Summer Party Massacre too, and like he's like, back off, man. He talks like a surfer.
That's where I saw him from. Oh.
He's a dark-haired. You'll know him. He talks like a surfer dude, and he's fucking awesome.
Is he the asshole that locks up the couple that want to call the ambulance for the kid?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like the guy who's like, oh my, I got caught for DUI and I don't want to fucking.
He should have stayed in the business. He was fucking awesome. He teaches high school English now. I would have loved to have taken a class from him.
Jen walks into the class. Hi!
You fucked a doll.
And had incestuous. He was the one that was also sleeping with his sister at some party.
Sweet Jesus Christ.
Class is dismissed. Class is dismissed.
This is the kind of inside stuff you don't get on other people's channels.
Doc, what's your thoughts on Pumpkinhead?
I quite like that one myself. I haven't seen any of the sequels yet, but
that's
that
okay.
one.
Don't bother.
I've heard certain things, but then that's kind of like what you said. The portrayal of a father, a single father who clearly loves his dearly, who kind of goes a little nuts in a way, but it's, as the audience, especially if you happen to have kids, you're like, I get it. I understand why. This is a movie that I showed my family one year for October, because it does have rather October like vibes to me.
Yeah.
And I prefaced this for my mom with, okay, I think you might like this film, but there's something that happens in a category that you are not fond of. And she's like, there's no dogs are killed. I'm like, no,
No.
nope, no dogs were hurt. She pulls that squinty eye thing of like, what about the kids? Ah. So about that. We'll just watch the film. Okay. But I'm a Lance Henriksen appreciator, of course, and I thought it was quite fun to see his range showed a little bit more in this film of being a genuinely good father. Initially, I think a lot of people were kind of used to seeing him as this creepy kind of guy, which he can be, yes. But just to see him as this very loving, caring father who's doing the best that he possibly can in caring for this small child. And the one time where he can't control what happens and he goes off the deep end and yet still turns it around to where, you know what, I fucked up and I got to correct this. And he does. Kind of.
Kind of.
Again, there's something of a gothic fairy tale to this, especially the setting. As you said, it's a very kind of autumny movie, but there's something also of a Brothers Grimm setting, particularly the witch's pumpkin patch and stuff like that. And it's a cool gothic horror. Hendrickson knocks it out of the park. Myself and Jen were discussing, I don't know, was it the last stream we had about like how antagonists or protagonists, depending on the gender, women are a lot more kind of simmer. When rage comes into effect, he simmer and he can hold it in and plot and plan. Whereas Ed Harley, man's reaction, he can't hold it in. He's like, I want fucking vengeance now, without thinking about the ramifications. And then as the movie goes on, you find out he is essentially tied to this fucking creature. And yeah, it's the adage, those who seek revenge dig two graves, because that's what he's done. He's linked to this creature. And yeah, it's good. As Jen was saying, and myself was saying, the sequels are fucking trash. The Amiga point-and-click adventure that came out in 1993, fun game if you get a chance. There's a point-and-click. I think it was 93. It's either 92 or 93, and it was a point-and-click adventure where you have to survive a night being hunted by Pumpkinhead. And yeah, if you're into old point-and-click adventures, check that out. But yeah, it's fun movie, Pumpkinhead. Check it out. Great watch for Halloween. Great watch. I think it's a great watch.
Very atmospheric, and everything.
Joey, was there anything you wanted to add, dude? What did you think of Pumpkinhead?
Oh, I'm a huge Pumpkinhead fan. I'm a huge Lance Henriksen fan. I mean, he was great in Near Dark. I love his character in that movie. Horror show, Mind Ripper, great actor and great voice. The lady that played the witch, I thought she was more scary than Pumpkinhead. She was creepy as hell. The look that after his son gets killed and the kid saying, "Sorry, mister, we didn't," and he turns around, he flashes that look. Oh, that was chilling.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was atmospheric. It's like I watched 2 movies on Halloween night. Besides The Great Pumpkin, I watched Halloween, the classic with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I watched Pumpkinhead every Halloween religiously. So it's just a fun movie to watch, and I love the way Pumpkinhead looks. And Stan Winston was a legend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again, and I'm surprised he didn't go off to do more things, but for directorial debut, it was fucking solid. I think it's not a perfect movie. It does droop a bit in the middle, I think, but by and large, it's still a fucking kick-ass kind of feature. My number 3, I'm going into what is basically the bread and butter of the 1980s, fantasy, sword and sorcery kind of fantasy movies. And I'm going to go with one that I think more people need to check out, Willow. I know Everyone's like, George Lucas, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. No fucking Willow. You have a great cast. Warwick Davis. You have the late great Val Kilmer as Mad Morrigan. I love that fucking character. If you're doing, I think the idea of a rogue in D&D is fucking Val Kilmer. That's where you fucking come up with that. This prick who's like, hey, I'll look after the baby. Where's the baby? I sold it. What? You sold the fucking baby to brownies? Yeah, I sold. And like, it's fun. It gets the comedy and action just right. I love the Iberisk. I love the fact George Lucas was like, fuck you, Siskel. Fuck you, Ebert. I'm going to make a penis dragon and name it after you. I just love that as well. The Iberisk is one of the coolest dragons, if not somewhat phallic looking, but pretty cool.
Jen, thoughts?
Penis.
No,
Flying!
not yet. But really cool villainess. It's interesting back then because bad guys in fantasy movies were primarily men, and you get a really cool kind of villainess. And yeah, it's just an all-round fucking kick-ass movie. Again, visual effects mightn't hold up today, but you know what? Fuck it. It's better than some fucking Disney fucking live-action remake with some horrifying looking fucking dude dressed as the Beast or CG'd as the Beast. I like it. Not without its flaws, but pretty cool, pretty fun. You can't ask much more. Jen, what's your thoughts on Willow? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
No, this surprises people because it's a little family, but I actually loved Willow as a kid. I fucking loved Willow. I loved the brownies. I loved, they cracked me up as a kid. The scenes where they're the baby and everything. And of course we have Warwick Davis himself, who Leprechaun. It's an interesting switcheroo, and he does it. It's a very heartfelt thing, and you're rooting for him. He's just he wants to be something, but he's not, but he wants to be something greater than what he is, and he already has it inside him. He just doesn't know it. This sounds very cheesy as I'm saying it out loud, but it's very heartfelt. It's a very heartfelt film. And I also like the dynamic with our evil villain and Sasha. Also, I like Sasha in this. I thought she was really great. She's kind of a kick-ass, and you think she's going to go evil, and then she doesn't. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie, and I really appreciate the humor.
I do. It's charming, but it's also problematic because our kind of henchwoman switches sides, not through like finding the greater good, but she's basically roofied into, oh, actually, yeah, I'm in love.
That's another reason I like it.
Hey, for roofing. Wait, what? No, hold on.
The hero of the day was Roofies. Wait a minute.
Rohypnol.
Well, see, it just shows that not everything's always bad. Sometimes it's the right.
No, Jen,
Not everyone on this live stream condones this message.
No, you know what I mean. Sometimes
For the love of Jesus, someone said,
"Don't do drugs. Make other people do drugs." Ow! All right.
Roofies aren't always bad. That's all I'm saying. Don't Cosby people. I'm not saying to Cosby people.
Speaking of things from the 80s that didn't age well.
Yeah, really.
Like a bad pudding pop. Kind of like.
Or barbecue sauce. The Huggy Buggy barbecue sauce. Jesus fucking Christ. Andy, enough Bill Cosby, please, for the love of Jesus.
How did we go from Willow to Bill Cosby? Wait.
Pudding pops, roofies and pudding pops. Probably put roofie. I guess that's a good, if you are going to roofie someone, pudding pops.
Right, Doc, for the love of Jesus, what's your thoughts on Willow? Anything.
I don't have very much, I'm afraid. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen pieces.
Okay. Joey, what's your thoughts on Willow?
I'm definitely a fan of the movie. I mean, it sounds weird, the late, great Val Kilmer, I mean...
Thinking that too.
I can't get used to that yet. When he was in his prime and he was, Val Kilmer, and before he got sick, I mean, look at all the great performances he did. Tombstone and Top Gun, and I mean, Batman Forever. And was always great, and he was great in Willow too. And I loved his character. It was a fun movie, and definitely a fan of it.
It's a great movie. The Disney Plus show, there's good elements, and before the kind of faltering for the show before someone goes, they went woke. They put a bisexual characters. Who fucking cares? The characters are well written. The problem is they Joss Whedon it too much. You can't go 2 minutes without someone cracking a quip, and that's what fucking fucks up the show. And also they try and get nostalgia, but they don't. We couldn't get Val Kilmer, but we got the next best in, Christian Slater. Everyone, what? Hi, Christian Slater. Oh, he's dead. Bye, Christian Slater. It's like, yeah. So, watch the movie if you want the show. Give it a look, but you're better off just sticking with the movie. My number two, Christmas movie, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all fucking time. I love this one. It's about someone trying to reconnect with their family over the holidays. And the trials and tribulations of how the holidays can affect people over Christmas. It's difficult, and it just encompasses this. It is the heart and soul of the season. And yeah, it has to be Die Hard. Die Hard is the best fucking Christmas movie ever. Bruce Willis just wants to fucking reconnect with his family. Anyone who says Die Hard isn't a fucking Christmas movie, you're tripping balls. It is. It's a fucking
Christmas
movie. Bruce Willis say it wasn't a Christmas movie, or was somebody attached to it?
His brain's melted or some shit now. So what the fuck? Fucking Jesus. Look. As far as I'm concerned, I grew up watching this every fucking Christmas. It's like, yeah, it has let it snow. He uses Santa team duct tape to tape a fucking block to his back. It's a Christmas movie. I love it. John McTiernan has made this and Predator are two of the most perfect action movies. A character you like, you root for, and in this day and age where Vin Diesel or fucking The Rock can't lose a fight. Yeah, they have it in their scripts. Oh, I can't get beaten. I can't get hit. This made a movie where you felt that our fucking hero could die. His feet get cut up, he gets blown up, he gets fucked up. It's just the
true Christmas spirit.
Yes. Yeah, they gave us a relatable action hero and someone who every punch and fucking shot he took, you felt it as well. And yeah, Willis, I know he turned into a cranky bastard later on, but that's knowing what we know now, it kind of sucks. But yeah, no, as far as I'm concerned, this is a Christmas movie. I'm probably going to end up fighting with people in the comments, but as far as
we'll Die Hard for the fight then.
Yeah, but again, it's I love it. It's a great action movie. It's lean. It doesn't drag, and yeah, the rest of fucking Alan Rickman, one of the best. Like, yeah, it sucks. He gave 3 of the best villain roles, 2 which are still intact. The other one, unfortunately, J.K. Rowling, her fuckery has ruined that role. Or sorry, Dan.
No, I was just. Forgive me. This is the someone who grew up with Harry Potter thing. Fear not. I'm absolutely on the same page with everybody else with a brain in regards to that. But we could say that he was anti-hero. Not exactly a villain. Not quite.
But you feel kind of can you still enjoy his performance now because of her fuckery?
The way that I kind of see it is that, yes, they're based on her works, but they are still the creative performances of each individual actor who was part of it.
Yeah.
And for, I would say, a whole generation, that's how everybody knew Alan Rickman. So in a way, it's a memorialized tribute for him and his range and the legacy that he left behind. So
Yeah.
I'll take it like that. Sometimes I'm able to separate and just remember, like I said, I grew up with Harry Potter, so there's that childhood nostalgia with that. Kind of interesting that it turned out that someone who was pointing out how some of the people that you look up to as a child can turn around and be assholes actually lived that out. That's interesting. But
fucking serendipitous indeed. It's like, what the fuck?
I am very proud of some of the actors who were part of that. Danny Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, etc., for saying, yeah, fuck that.
No.
Yeah.
No, it sucks. But like you said, sure, the property he was in is now fucking somewhat tainted.
It's a bit tainted, yeah.
He still gave a great performance, and it's a testament to himself. I would ask Jen, but you know what? No, fuck it. I'm not going to ask Jen. Joey, which was the better villain performance of Alan Rickman? Was it him as the sheriff of Nottingham or him as Hans Gruber? Who do you think was the better villain?
Oh, definitely Die Hard Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
He was so slick in that movie, and he was intimidating, but he was funny and likable at the same time. And when you can get a character who's a bad guy, but you could like him a little bit too, that's doing a good job.
Yeah, he was great. Anyway, moving on. No one else to ask.
I'm seeing smoke.
So, Jen, I know you have a contentious relationship with Die Hard.
I don't have a contentious. I just, it's fine. It's fine.
The most aggressive. It's fine.
Fine. It's fucking fine. Your guys are wrong. His best villainous performance is fucking Robin Hood.
Bullshit!
Fuck you! It's fucking the sheriff! And God damn it, that is a fucking awesome performance! And cancel Christmas! I'm like, yay! And I loved Alan Rickman in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Fuck you all! You all are wrong! That is the best performance he ever made! And Dogma.
You're
was
the
really
best. Good. Thank you. Die Hard is brilliant.
As far as Die Hard, it's fine. It's we watched it together. That one thing, it's fine. It's good. I like Bruce Willis. But it's fine. It's fine. But Alan Rickman, no, you all are wrong. It's fucking Prince of
Don't
Thieves.
worry. Look, come here. I love you, even if you are wrong. Okay, I love you, especially when you're wrong.
True love is saying you are absolutely wrong, but I still love you.
Actually, I think you're right on that. I think that is kind of the definition of true love, honestly. Each other on their bullshit.
True love is never having to say, you're talking shit, because they know you know it.
Thank you, creepy. Yeah, it's fun. There's no incest. See, when you were talking about that, Doc, about, Harry Potter being your thing, I thought, thank God I grew up in the 80s and we had Flowers in the Attic. That was like our Harry Potter. Because it was a series too, and it had incest and it was about kids.
Yes, but when Harry Potter was locked in like a cupboard or a fucking loft,
he was under the stairs.
Didn't fuck his sister. Like,
under the stairs.
Yeah, but see, that's why the Flowers in the Attic is better because of that. And then a kid dies in Flowers in the Attic, Yeah.
Well, plenty of kids die in Harry Potter.
Moving on. Speaking of children and dying, my number one, I think people either will be surprised or not surprised at all. My one is a very nostalgic movie for me because it's the first ever movie I saw in the cinema. It is the 1988 Don Bluth classic, The Land Before Time. I fucking love this. I'm a dinosaur nerd, but first and foremost, as I said before, this is the first movie my brother and sister took me to see in the cinema. Don Bluth, amazing animator, between American Tail, Secret and Nymph. There's just so much. But this, for me, yes, there's dinosaurs in it. It sells it for me. Are they paleo accurate? Yeah. Should they all be in the same time period? No. But they strike a balance between the adult dinosaurs. They look the fucking business. They were paleo accurate for the time. And the baby dinosaurs, they're cutesy, but they still keep a level of accuracy. great voice cast. Sadly, the girl who played Ducky was also the girl who voiced Anne Marie. Her dad, piece of shit that he was, unalived her, and yeah, that fucking sucks. Um, have I any kind of nicer facts about it? Gabriel Yeaman, who voiced the main voice of Littlefoot, the baby brontosaurus, he played Hob in RoboCop 2. He was the kid in RoboCop 2 who tried to strangle Nancy Allen. And yeah, it's cool, it's sad. I cried my fucking eyes out when I saw it as a kid, and I'd fucking
Every
cry my
kid
eyes
did, I
out
think.
again. Yeah,
You for
it's
childhood trauma, Don Bluth. Thank you.
that's the thing. It galvanized us. Like, fuck it. I was so sad when fucking Mufasa died. Motherfucker, Mufasa fell off a cliff. Fucking Littlefoot's mother died fighting a T-Rex. Fuck that fucking papa. I don't care if he's voiced by James Earl Jones. He didn't fight a fucking T-Rex, so no, fuck him. Jen, Land Before Time, what's your thoughts? Keep in mind, this is my favorite movie in my childhood that you're about to destroy if you say anything negative.
Funny you should say that, because I remember when I was a kid and my mom got really all hurt and stuff, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine, Mom. But in my honorable mentions, there was another animated movie that that has nothing to do with that, but they were at the same time. There's another animated movie that I'll talk about in my honorable mentions. It was fine. I thought when I was a kid, I remember, my mom was crying and I'm like, oh great, they Bambi'd it's just Bambi except with dinosaurs, basically. It was cool. It was fine. I'm not the right person to ask. I was a different kind of kid. I was like that. You, Mom, you go have fun, because she was the one who loved all.
You go cry in the corner.
Was it a conscious decision when you woke up this morning and put your feet on the rug and go, I'm going to be a cold-hearted bitch? Is that
everything Marty says? I'm going to shoot down.
I understand it. It is traumatic, for you guys. But I was that weird kid. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go watch a horror movie. You guys have fun with your animated dinosaurs. I don't care. Marty, I've never lied. I don't give a fuck about dinosaurs. You know this.
Hey, Brittany. Yeah, she's just destroying my fucking childhood. Anyway,
Ben's over here with a knife and some salt. It's okay.
Doc, did you see this one? I know it's a bit before your time.
I had
a bit Land Before Your time.
But I had this interesting little childhood, if you will. I describe it as I lived through a number of decades due to what was passed down to me. So, no, I watched Land Before Time. It's been a number of years since I have seen it, but I do remember that the Starleaf, the characters, and then later learning about Ducky, and you're going, cool, kind of brings a whole new meaning on a slightly related note. It kind of brings a whole new meaning to that climactic scene in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because Burt Reynolds, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Burt Reynolds had heard the news. He had to record it after he had heard the news.
Because she already had her parts recorded. Yeah. So you're welcome, everybody. Keep that in mind next time you watch it. But I had a mild relationship with Land Before Time. I remember there were a shit ton of sequels, and I used to have a friend, slightly loose friend at the time, who was really into it, so it was constantly around. When I went to Universal Studios at the age of 4, they had a Littlefoot mascot there, and I was able to take a picture with him and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't have anything negative in relation to Land Before Time.
I don't either.
Do you want to pull my childhood out of the fucking toilet and dry it off, Jen?
Before you throw it in the fire, would you mind?
Thank you. Joey, did you see this, or you were probably a bit too old to kind of fucking?
Well, I mean, I like dinosaur movies, but I didn't watch this one. It escaped me. back then, the only thing I was watching a lot was horror and action and kung fu movies, and that was keeping me bit because that was the start that late '80s into the '90s. If you were an action movie fan, that was a great time because you had the low budget guys and the mainstream guys, and so I'll probably check it out one of these days, but I didn't see it back then. Sorry, Marty.
No, you're okay. You're okay. No, it's grand. It's not like you fucking
I feel
kick it
bad
around
now.
the
Like,
fucking.
this was my favorite movie in the whole.
No, it's
Never
good.
seen
It's
it.
good. At least you gave it some dignity. You know, at least you give my fucking childhood some dignity. You know.
I felt bad. You don't mess with somebody's
No,
childhood
I'm
movie.
fucking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you.
You'll never
Not
be
with her,
back.
though. Not with her. I fucking mean every word. Anyway, I'm just going to do a quick, because I know we're fucking dragging on and stuff, but just a quick mention, honorable mention after my number one, Land Before Time. Love that movie. So that gets it. My honorable mention has to be Waxwork. If you haven't seen Waxwork,
Oh, yeah, I forgot to
fucking
put that
awesome horror movie, and it's pretty cool. David Warner, brilliant bad guy, and you vampires, werewolves, mummies, fucking gory kills. Jen, any honorable mentions?
Actually, a few, but I'll try to be brief. The first one is going to really surprise you. It is a movie with Molly Ringwald, and I guess it's she wanted to shed her kind of her image at the time, and she's doing a very serious movie about teen pregnancy. It is called For Keeps, and it's kind of a downer. And her mother wants her to either give up the baby or abortion because she thinks it's going to ruin her life, and her mother hates men because her father left them. It's a super. There's some funny moments in it, but it's a super downer movie, and I think people weren't ready for it at the time because of seeing Molly Ringwald, America's sweetheart, being a knocked up girl trying to figure out what to do with her baby. And and there's a heavy scene about how just having to deal with situations that you're not really ready for at 16, 17 years old. It's a good movie, and I wish more people was on the radar. Not a particularly. It has a sweet enough ending, though, I guess. Another movie.
Beforehand.
Are you still mad at me?
No, it's all go on. It's all right. It's all right.
This will make you happy, darling. This is the next one I'm going to talk about. Yeah, because I don't like them sci-fi pictures very much, but this is one of the only exception to the sci-fi picture rule that I fucking love, and that's Alien Nation. I fucking love this movie so much. It is like the only sci-fi that I actually really, really love. Mandy Patinkin is great, and basically, it's a cop movie. Basically, is what it is. It's a buddy cop film, and it just one of the cops happens to be from outer space. It's about drugs. It's really good. It's 80s.
James Caan's in that too. James Caan's in that.
James Caan's the human partner, and I like the fact that sour milk. Okay, sour milk can get them drunk, and it's like Mandy Patinkin is absolutely fucking shit faced. And James Caan's like, you better drive home. You're too fucking pissed to walk. I love that line.
It's a good one. I would recommend. Oh, I had the thing. Here it is. I actually loved it so much. I have it on VHS in a clamshell of all things. I've got a couple more. I'll try to be really quick. Another one that I like is a Chevy Chase film called Funny Farm. It is a weird comfort movie for me, and nobody talks about it. And I don't know why. I love it. There's a scene where he's eating Cheeps balls and he doesn't know it. There's a scene where they have a dog named Yellow Dog. It's just a cute movie, and basically they get this house in the country, and they get in this very eccentric town, and he has to pay people in the town to act normal so he can sell this nightmare of a house. And he's also a sports writer with writer's block. It's very by the numbers, but I don't know why. I've always loved a Funny Farm. Another one that I've got a few, so I'm going to try to be quick. A Satisfaction, which I don't know if it was a made-for-TV movie, but I remember it playing on like NBC. And basically what this movie was, it has a very early role from Julia Roberts, and it's about a girl band. And they made it look so cool. They were singing and doing covers and stuff. And like Julia Roberts was looking for a guy. The gal from Facts of Life was in it, not the blonde one, but the older dark-haired one. She was the lead singer. There's drug overdose. It's just a slice of life one that's really fun. It's called Satisfaction. It's fun. Check it out, guys. It's one it's a fun one. It makes you want to join an all-girl group band and sing covers of rock and roll.
I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say I'll pass on joining the band. But okay.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Do I have any others that I think are worth mentioning? Child's Play, which everyone knows Child's Play. Oh, Man Behind the Sun. That's the other movie I want to talk about. Man Behind the Sun. It is a very extreme movie. It is not for your light of heart.
And Japanese internment camp and different experiments that were done. And there's one where like they freeze a dude's arm and they fucking they freeze it with liquid nitrogen and shatter it. Is there a forced hysterectomy, or am I fucking thinking?
Yes, there is, and a little boy dies in it. That's a pretty like. There's a scene with a very cute little kid, and he gets killed. Very horrific. It's one that has a reputation for being an extreme one, and if you're like me and are used to extreme stuff, but it is a hard watch, even for someone like me.
You like again with Cannibal Holocaust and stuff, movies like that have a purpose. Nothing that does it for shock value. I'm not too gone on it. Cannibal Holocaust is an allegory for human consumption of media and like how we haven't come that far from the fucking Colosseum, and like who's the real this is an indictment on war crimes, and like if this is probably tied with Come and See for like Jesus fuck, what the fuck happened? Like everyone's like, hey, there's fucking John Wayne storming the beach in Normandy and stuff. No, World War II and what led up to it was fucking grotesque. And this and Come and See, I think, are important because it lets people know why all those people fucking died, why all that shit had to happen. It's
and I'd say Come and See is still the worst one of the two, but this one's a hard watch too. Yeah. I believe you can find it on YouTube if anyone's interested, but like if you're not interested,
if it's uncut, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or cut.
I found it, but this was a few years ago. It might have changed from then, but it's one. But I'm not trying to be an edgelord, but it's one that you got to have a strong constitution for.
Fuck yourself, you're done. But Doc, have you any honorable mentions that you want to bring up, or?
I suppose I could throw a few out there, just a few. I'm afraid there's nothing terribly traumatic.
Oh, damn.
Probably not. Probably. Big, with Tom Hanks. That is one that I found, obviously, much later than a lot of other people, but for a long time, that one was pretty comfort-like film for me. Probably still is, to be quite honest. Just questionable, but fun.
Very questionable. Ask, as an adult, do you see it differently now? Because it's kind of rapey, and this is me of all people saying it.
In all fairness, when I first watched it, I really wasn't a kid, but you watch it now and you're like,
problematic to say.
We might have to a little forewarning, everybody. It's concerning, but we also have movies that are like 13 going on 30, shit like that. So it was of the time, but. That one, 976 Evil. Speaking of Stephen Joffrey's, that's one that is not really talked about all that much, and it was created, of course, by Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund. Cheesy, yes, very cheesy, but still interesting, I guess. That one just reeks of 80s to me, given how it's shot, the atmosphere of it, the lighting, all that stuff. The demon makeup, I don't think looks too bad.
No,
really. A few quotable moments in that film as well. That's what the plastic's for. Stuff like that. I have to throw out one that I would consider not a good film at all, but still for some reason entertaining to me. I cannot tell you why. Slaughterhouse Rock. That's an interesting little film.
Is that your man Tor? Something Tor? John Michael Tor?
No, that's a different one. That is Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah, you done a great review on that one, and Which one opens up with the fucking lady being attacked in the oven? The demon.
That is Rock and Roll Nightmare with John
Okay.
Eagledore. Yeah, that appliances being haunted by demons, and also starfish, dildo-looking things. Cod pieces. Why? Okay. But this one might be kind of semi-adjacent to that. There was this, for some reason, reoccurring thing, especially in the late 80s, of we're going to add rock and roll with horror movies, and we're going to bring in these maybe not so well-known rock stars or pop singers, or perhaps some that were well-known. This one, let me make sure that I get her name correctly. That's very important. This one has Tony Basil.
Ah.
Yeah, this one, it's interesting. Like I said, very odd, not good, but interesting. I went out of my way to find the Blu-ray for it. Don't ask. Thankfully, I didn't pay a shit ton of money for that. Thanks. But the idea is that the main individual has these reoccurring nightmares about some sort of cannibalistic guy torturing people, eating them, stuff like that. Him and his friends end up going to Alcatraz Island and essentially hunted by demons and one by one or killed. So that's it. There's some interesting demon looks. I will give a forewarning. There is a SA scene, I believe, in this film. So just a heads up, not terribly graphic, but all the same, just so you know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's all I have. There you go. Enjoy.
Joey, any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a bunch, so I'll go through them really fast though. And if you ever want to sit, just stop me and I'll stop. Of course, I got Die Hard and Fright Night Part 2 on there.
Cool.
I got Young Guns with Emilio Estevez and the whole Brat Pack guys. Action Jackson with Carl Weathers. I got Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Good one.
I got Red Scorpion with Dolph Lundgren. Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin, which I love that movie. Rambo 3, with Stallone. Bull Durham with Kevin Costner. It's a baseball movie about minor league baseball. 8 Men Out. It's another baseball movie. Great cast. Charlie Sheen, John Cusack, D.B. Sweeney, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, it's about the 1919 Chicago White Sox were dubbed the Black Sox because they threw the World Series for money. So that's a really good movie to watch. I got The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. The Deadpool with Clint Eastwood.
Great
Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which I love the first one too because they're hilarious movies. And then another underrated movie, Shakedown, with Peter Weller and Sam Elliott. That's a good one.
I haven't seen it.
Nice. Oh, they're pretty cool. Doc, you okay if you kick us off with 89?
Oh, sure, I could do. Starting out, bad choice. That's it. I have at number 5 for 1989, Society.
I was wondering.
Yes. Another not quite so talked about film, very much body horror, very much squeamish kind of thing, from the same man who brought us Bride of Reanimator, Brian Usna. This is what I keep saying this. I promise at some point we will do this. This is on my list of Charles has not seen this, so I'm going to subject him to it for fun and views. So we'll get there eventually. I keep mentioning the shunting just to torture him and anybody else who hasn't seen it. And all you really have to say is the shunting, and people are like, ah. Those who know, and those who don't will be scarred, most likely. So
I wasn't.
Some people will be scarred.
Normal people would be scared.
Maybe. I think it's this is another one with a message, if you will. If you want to see it, it's pretty fucking blatant. If you don't want to see it, then it's body horror. But it's all about class hierarchy, so to speak, in
The,
society.
the clue is in the name. The allegory is in the name. Society.
Pretty much. It's right there. I thought it was a very interesting concept, very unique as well, as far as how they go about things. And I was actually kind of surprised in a pleasant way as far as the ending was concerned. How many times can you see an individual fist someone else and turn them inside out in the most literal sense? Fun for the whole family. Number 4, just to completely switch things entirely, Batman 1989. I don't know how in the minority I am for this. I'm not very much into comic movies or Batman in general. That would be my brother. But I like Michael Keaton as Batman. He's my preferred Batman if I had to pick. But he's quite entertaining in this. I like how he plays Bruce Wayne as well as Batman. This is one of those rare moments for me where I'm like, I actually kind of like Bruce Wayne at this point. This is entertaining. He's not just this goth boy who's very depressed and emo about things all the time. He actually seems like a playboy.
Bridge. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No,
he seems like an actual playboy.
I didn't mind Patterson, but you hit the nail on the head. And Joey's a huge fucking Batman fan, and I think Keaton, who got fucking lambasted when it was announced because Mr. Mom's going to be Batman. Like there was a lot of issue with this interpretation, with Burton being brought on board. They were going for the Frank Miller, fucking Alan Moore, Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns kind of Batman. They wanted something hard. They wanted edgy. Warner Brothers paid. Oh Christ! I'm after forgetting his name. Jen.
Clues.
I'm sorry.
Adam West.
Adam West. Sorry. You did Adam. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm getting Alzheimer's. Adam West. They paid Adam West not to go to any conventions. They wanted people to forget about the 1960s Batman. Joey, have you any kind of takes on this?
Yeah, I mean, like Adam West is my Batman. I grew up watching the reruns, so I mean, like how you have your movie from your childhood. Adam West was my Batman, and I heard he wanted to play Batman again in 1989, but of course, it was a different movie, a different time. I didn't think Michael Keaton could pull it off. I mean, he was, Mr. Mom and Beetlejuice, and but he was great in it. My only problem with the movie, and I love the movie, my only problem with the movie was too much Kim Basinger. I didn't think so
much.
I think it was. I didn't like her character too much. I don't know. I just didn't. I like the second one better with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. I thought the second one was the better film because you got Christopher Walken and you got Danny DeVito. Jack Nicholson was great as the Joker, of course, great actor, and but I mean, I thought it was okay, but the whole series of the 90s films, I thought Batman Returns is the better movie. That's just my opinion.
I think I'm with you on that, Joey. I think I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, me too. I think Pfeiffer had better chemistry with Keaton than Basinger did. But again, that's it. The other my brother hates the first two Batman movies because he's a complete gearhead. He loves cars. He's like, how does that fucking thing drive around corners? I'm like, what are you talking about? The length of it. It's like driving a fucking fridge. How do you steer that fucking thing? I'm like, it's got a platform to raise. That's bullshit. He's like, that car shouldn't fucking exist. Kieran, it's a lad dressed as a bat beating up a fucking psychotic clown.
Sir, we have someone who fell into a vat and instead of dying, he turned into a clown. I think we can allow a little leniency here.
No, he just went on a fight. If you ever bring it up, he hates the Batmobile. He says, everyone takes the cool car. It's a fucking fridge with wheels. Okay, calm down.
I plead the fifth. I do find it amusing as well. I appreciate, shall we say, the memes of no, this is a cow where you cannot turn your head. It's got a stiff neck. It's all right. I do like Jack Nicholson's performance as well, like you mentioned, Joey, as Joker, because I can't remember what my first introduction to Joker was. It was probably one of the animated versions, but I just like Michael Keaton as Batman and Bruce Wayne, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. There's the one scene after he's killed his former boss, where he's sitting there in the dark and he wipes the blood from the newspaper and he goes on his little spiel, literally get a load of me. And the music that plays in the background with that, when I first legitimately watched the film, I was like, ooh, okay, that concerning, very concerning. All right. Kim Basinger is interesting in the film. I hear a lot of people say she screams too much.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I don't think she's used to this. I mean, it's funny, but then I should do my third.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, The Burbs with Tom Hanks.
Oh, I got that on my list too.
It's a fun one to me, especially as someone who used to live in the suburbs. That's honestly not far off. It's really not. That neighborhood seemed a little bit more pleasant than the one I was living in. So it's a very stacked cast. So many recognizable faces, including the dog who had a very prevalent career. I believe that was the same dog who was in Silence of the Lambs.
And Batman Returns, ironically.
Batman Returns.
Yeah.
So a dog with a very illustrious career. I must give applause for that. Joe Dante, I have found, has a certain sense of humor about things that I kind of vibe with. So I'm not surprised at all that this ended up being one that I enjoy and have shown my family on a few different occasions just for humor's sake. I think it's, to some extent, hopefully you haven't lived next to someone who is burying bodies or not in their backyard. But I feel like I can relate both to Tom Hanks' character and the odd people living next door at the same time. An interesting little mix.
Doc, would you say this is Dante's love letter to Rear Window?
Could be. It
Hitchcock's Rear Window. I always took it like that. I always took it as like a zany kind of cartoony version of Rear Window, but
to the extreme. What would happen if? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what his full inspiration for it was, but I can see some Rear Window in that, just like Fright Night, some inklings, shall we say, some streaks of Hitchcock in it. It's, like you said, more of the comedic route of that. Like, what if you see your neighbor and you suspect that they might just be murdering people and burying their bodies? What would you do? And just run with that. There are neighbors that are Tom Hanks neighbors where I'm like, that's familiar.
For me, it always felt like fucking Looney Tunes doing Rear Window. It's just like all the neighbors as well. They're all fucking. They all could be fucking working in an acne factory and fucking in a fucking Warner Brothers cartoon.
Yeah, pretty much. I will say once again, as an American former suburbanite, a lot of those portrayals really aren't that exaggerated. They're really not.
Makes me glad I've always lived in the country.
We moved, I'm just saying. And yes, we took the skulls with us, just in case anybody was curious.
Well, you have to for home decoration. I wouldn't leave my skulls. Me too.
Number 2, ironically, not placed because of this, but ironically, Back to the Future Part 2. The whole trilogy has a very special place in my heart for a number of different reasons. I know that Back to the Future 2 and 3 can get some shit from people, and no, they're not flawless, but I would think as a whole, it's a very nice, solid trilogy, and there's at least some portions that I can like from each of them. Obviously, the first is my favorite, but part two is rather fun because now you get to look back and go, look at this. They thought we would have flying cars 10 years ago. Look at this. Still waiting on that. Bad idea, but still waiting on it. Some things they did get right, like, the fingerprint reading of certain devices, facial recognition, stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
Also having some sort of, I wouldn't say fetishization, but nostalgia for the 80s, having stores dedicated to the 80s, stuff like that.
You're right.
And also, hey, my name is Doc now. Hello. And I frequently will get people telling me that I remind them of Marty McFly, not just because of the looks, but because of the general attitude. I'll take that. Thank you. Do you think I look like 80s era Michael J. Fox? I'll take that. Thank you. Just a general fun movie to me. It amped things up a lot, action-wise as well. And it's always nice to see Doc and Marty again. And finally, I think, Jen, I think we might have a similar film here. I don't know about your placement, but my number one for the 1989 era is Pet Sematary.
We do. We definitely, and placement too. Placement too. Yeah.
Yeah. This has to be one of the films, and it's very difficult, as I mentioned before. It's very difficult to genuinely unsettle me. I wouldn't say scare, but unsettle.
Mm-hmm.
This one did that, and it is absolutely because of the subject matter, how it's handled. I read the book as well, and both do a pretty decent job of being unsettling to me, but it's this macabre sort of unsettled but also deeply interested with the story and how it's structured and how things are portrayed. It seems very realistic while also being very fantastical, obviously.
Yes, I would agree.
It's unique as well because zombies is not the first thing that came to my mind when I watched it. I don't know why. It took me a very long time, and several people saying, yeah, this is a zombie film, for me to go, shit, you're right. Okay.
Because there's so much else to process, I think. That's why.
It's grief. It is.
Yes, very much so.
Wholly, purely, deeply a story about grief. And of course, the real life inspiration for that kind of contributes to it, I think. I am not a parent, but I still will watch the scene where Gage gets hit, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Your heart literally, even no matter how many times I see it, my heart speeds up when you hear that truck coming down the road. You just do. You literally.
Double feature podcast says, yes, Pet Sematary scared the heck out of me when I first saw it.
It seems to be a running thing for a lot of people.
Yeah. It's a brilliant movie.
I will also say that my introduction to Pet Sematary was not the book, it was not the movie, it was the song by the Ramones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it. I still really like the song. I like covers of that song, but the original, for me, was on one of those like compilation of Halloween songs, one of those CDs, and I got it from the library some years ago. And being who I am, of course, I get the mental imagery that has nothing to do with the film, but that was what kind of set the stage for how I get introduced to the actual Pet Sematary story. And it's still very vivid to me. Whenever the song comes on, I'm like, ooh, all right, it's Halloween fall vibes. I'm here for it. Okay. Deeply unsettled. Let's go. That's also a movie that...
And I like Poison Heart, too, from the second one.
Yes,
they did Poison Heart.
I like that as well. This is one of those movies that my mom, despite being a King fan, said, I'm never going to watch that again. I didn't do it, but
is that because of being a parent? Is that, do you think that kind of,
I'm sure, and that came out like 5 years before I was born, so I'm sure that was real nice.
My mom's the same way. She can't. She agrees it's a masterpiece, but doesn't want to ever watch it.
Yeah.
My
It's
mom's
got
the
two
same
things that she doesn't like: animals being hurt and kids being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Exactly. Yeah, you couldn't have picked a better movie. I agree.
That is an excellent number one, and it's a staple of Stephen King, and it's a staple of horror cinema, I think.
Yeah.
I'm good, Joey. I'm gonna bounce on to you next. That was a kick-ass fucking list.
It was.
Yeah, that was a good list.
There you go.
Joey, what about you, sir?
Okay, I got my top 5. I'll start with 5, of course. I got Tango and Cash, again with the action of Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone.
That's
I
my
love
number 5 as well, dude.
Is it really? All right. I'm a huge Kurt Russell fan. I like Stallone too, but Kurt Russell is my all-time favorites. All right, there you go. And then I got for number 4, I got Major League. It's a baseball with Tom Berenger.
I have that.
I love Bob Uecker, the late great Bob Uecker, doing the announcing just a little bit outside. I mean, I love. I'm a baseball fan, so I love that movie. Number 3.
Hate that. I hate this fucking song. I love the baddie, the female baddie. I hate this fucking song.
I know the wild thing. That was funny. Number 3, I'm with Doc. I got The Burbs. I just love that movie. Everybody in that movie is just so likable. Bruce Dern and Corey Feldman too. I mean, they were very good in that movie, and the neighbors were all were just funny. And I mean, Bruce Dern just cracked me up during that whole movie when he's asking the guy about the picture in the frame, and he goes, "It came with the frame." He goes, "It came with the frame, huh?" And I just love that line because he was trying to antagonize them over there. So I love that. Number 2, I got a Van Damme movie, Kickboxer. I love these, again, tournament movies where they got to fight to the death and underground stuff. I love that. I'm a Van Damme fan. And my number 1 movie is Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott. I love that. I'm obsessed with that movie. It's just I love it. Patrick Swayze is so badass in it, and you throw in Sam Elliott, and he's the great voice. And you throw in Ben Gazzara as the villain, and he's totally out of his mind, crazy in that movie. So I got Roadhouse as my number 1 pick.
That's great. Those are great picks. All of those are great picks.
And I like the original Roadhouse because it's got a great fucking soundtrack, and the neon lights and stuff is good. And it's certainly better than that fucking shit remake with that fucking dipshit playing the villain. I can't. Okay, so I love Jake Gyllenhaal, great, but they fucking cast that ignorant Irish fucking dirty fucking dipshit of a Mick fucking Conor McGregor. I can't fucking stand that fucking lurk. He's an embarrassment to this country. You can fucking keep him. Fucking.
Are you challenging him, Marty?
Fucking, I'd run the cunt over with a car. I hate him that much. I wouldn't. He kicked the shit out of me, but I'd get in a car and I can't fucking. I'd run the motherfucker sucker punched a fucking owl lad because he wouldn't drink his scummy whiskey. He fucking assaulted a woman in a fucking hotel. He's a fucking scumbag, an absolute fucking piece of shit. And yeah, I don't want it's a fucking. Everyone's like, yeah, Connor should go. It's funny. You go on TikTok and you see a bunch of American kind of fucking far right fucking Republican. Yeah, Conor McGregor's going to go for president of Ireland. We don't want him as president of Ireland. We don't want him as fucking a lollipop fucking man. Fucking keep the brick. But sorry, yeah.
Well, you got everybody deserves at least one asshole per country. We've got a few.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jesus.
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah. Fuck McGregor. Sorry, Joey. You know what I'm like. That's a great list. That's a kick-ass list.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Jen.
Jen, what about yourself? What have you got?
Okay, so
at number 5 we have 10.
No, actually, I'm gonna be good. I promise, and I apologize, guys. I'm sorry.
You're grand. You're grand. I was like, wait, what the hell?
The enthusiasm is unmatched.
She was only supposed to do an introduction, not a whole musical number.
And now to start us off,
Horror's hard for Jen. It's like a Sophie's choice. These are my babies. I can't throw them all to the Nazis. So for my
who are we throwing to the Nazis? Wait a minute.
My babies. Okay, so this one's probably going to surprise some people because I'm Jen and I'm a fucking. But this one might surprise you guys. But I deeply love this movie, and it is still Magnolias. It is has a great ensemble cast, and it is very much about a parent. It is about a mother trying to keep her daughter safe, and they're very different people. And I think I can really relate that because my mother and I are, even though we look a lot alike, we are very different people and have very different personalities. And there's a lot of love there, but we butt heads just because we look at the world very differently. So I could really relate to it. And Sally Field gives us such. I mean, you could say it's Oscar baity, but the scene at the graveside scene when she's having to bury her daughter. I mean, it's fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful, and as a parent, you can, I mean, God forbid anyone have to stand there, and it's never should be you burying your kid should be burying you, and it goes against nature. And also Julia Roberts was a romantic, and believe it or not, guys, I'm actually a big romantic, and the line she says, I'd rather have 5 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special, is something that I've taken to heart with me. When people ask, well, isn't a long distance relationship hard? Yeah, but I've been in nothing relationships. The way I feel with Marty, even though he's 1,000 miles away from me, makes me light up more than people that are sitting right next to me. And that's what real love's about. So it's a very deep movie, and it's a cry me the river chick flick movie, but I love it. I think it's a beautiful movie. And there was a remake done a few years back, and it's pretty much verbatim, just a different cast, but it's not a bad one either. So I know
does not make up for the Chris Sarandon.
Show the movie. Oh, I'm sorry, Doc.
I was just making a joke. Make up for Chris Sarandon, Marty. It's okay.
I was going to say I actually saw Steel Magnolias, believe it or not, and I did like it. And Shirley MacLaine is in that movie too. And
yes.
who's the one that grabs Shirley MacLaine and says, "Here, hit her"? Remember that part?
Olivia Dukakis.
Yeah.
It's a star cast.
That was a great scene and I actually teared up, and I don't tear up that much, but when she was going why at the cemetery, that was a very good movie.
It was. I love it, and probably though coming from me, it's a little bit of a one that throws people off. But I honestly really love it.
I appreciate you. I love you. I think you're fantastic. Even though you shit on my childhood, I think you are a fucking gorgeous, fantastic person. So
he's my 5 minutes of wonderful.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait. Hold on.
Wait. More than 5 minutes.
You know what I mean. You're my wonderful.
Marty's a 5-minute man.
No.
For another head, 5 minutes. This is not looking good.
Going from Still Magnolias, now we'll go into something. Okay, this seems more like Jen. I'm gonna stand up for fucking Halloween 5. It gets a lot of hate. The reason I love it is because it makes a good argument that Dr. Loomis, at least in part 5, is more evil than Michael Myers, where he's like, Micah, come, she's right here. Jesus fucking Christ. He traumatized that poor kid. I love how fucking balls to the walls this movie goes. And it has some pretty cool death scenes. And I know everyone doesn't like the one dark-haired gal in it for some reason. She's fine. She's really pretty.
I think that's Tina, yeah.
Is it Tina? I can't think of her name, but the one where she's like, and just that
Jen,
one.
I have a question. How long did that homeless sea captain fucking look after Michael in these underground? Like,
I knew you were. You know what? And it shows that, I liked it, Marty. Fuck you.
At this stage now, Michael Myers isn't supernatural. He's just the most dumb, luckiest motherfucker. Oh shit! It's a good thing this well is a slip and slide into an underground fucking chasm. What are we doing here? What the fuck is happening here?
Illinois is a very strange place.
And I also love the pitchfork scene. The barn scenes are fucking cool. And, having sex in a barn, wee, fun, and kitties and all that. I like it. What are your thoughts on it, Tom?
Hey in places you've never known. Hey.
If you're with the right person, though, it can be an advantage, really. It can be.
Jen, have you ever fought hay or silage before? There's lice. There's fucking hay lice.
Oh, well, it's not in my hay. Like, my hay, we'll disinfect it before we go into a barn or something.
No,
I want you to disinfect the entirety of this barn. I have plans.
The animals can't fucking eat it or sleep in it, but fuck it.
The horses are outside tonight. Yes.
All right, so we'll get clean hay. There's probably a thing called, it's like, like what Trader Joe's would sell if we ate it, the
Excuse me, I'm looking for hay that will be perfectly safe to bang on. Do you happen to have that? No, for me, yeah. In the back.
What are your thoughts on 5? Like, how do you feel about it? I'm curious.
I know a lot of, like you said, a lot of people give it shit, and I think Tina is probably a big reason for that. Personally, I prefer 4 over 5.
I do too.
But I don't think Tina's really the most annoying character in the whole franchise. We have a whole franchise, decades long, please. There are others.
Wasn't there supposed to be a switcheroo? The friend of the character in number 4 was supposed to take over, but there was some issue with an actress, right? I don't know, was it Good Bad Flicks was doing a review on it, and he might have mentioned they switched out the actress, even though you had your one's best friend in the first one was supposed to kind of take over as
possibly so.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember hearing maybe something about that. I'm not terribly sure. What pisses me off, I will say, it's not Tina. What pisses me off is that they killed the older sister so quickly.
Yes.
And in that fashion. Really, she survived all of that in 4 for this. Great.
Also, what was with the cops and their fucking goofy ass
their clown music?
I liked the cops. I'm standing up for the cops.
What are we doing here, lads? Hold on. What's going?
I had to pause at that moment going, okay. Why?
Fucking Keystone Cops are taking on fucking Michael Myers. Fair fox. Okay, lads.
Oh, we're going to go skinny dipping on Halloween night in the middle of the night. What? In Illinois? I don't think so. No. Ain't nobody getting anything tonight if you do that. No. The people in the barn had a better idea.
Just bring bleach, you'll be fine.
Oof. We're just gonna bleach this first before. Do you mind? Okay, setting the mood. All right.
Put down a fucking blanket for fuck's sake.
But the lice could jump on. See, if you drown them in bleach, they'll die.
So
If
will
we
your
set the barn
vagina,
on fire.
okay? Look, just fucking Jesus Christ. One.
It could be a warming effect. It could be a warming.
That's the burning, Jen. That's burning. ER, darling. ER.
Burning for desire,
My nether regions are burning. Have you chlamydia? Definitely not, because I poured a whole bottle of bleach on that thing.
Oh, well,
God.
if that's all.
The smell is intoxicating.
I believe that's what you say before you pass out.
Jesus.
Lysol, darling. Lysol.
Go on, Jen.
Okay, so my number 3 is a movie that I relate to a lot because this is basically my parents' relationship in a nutshell. My mother's name is Barbara. And it actually, there's a sequel that just came out like last month, I think. I haven't seen the sequel, but don't sleep on the War of the Roses. If you come from a certain kind of family, this movie hits me. It hits really close to home. My parents didn't die on a chandelier, but yeah, that was kind of their relationship. So I really, really identified with this one as a kid. I was like, oh my God, this is my fucking family. and stuff. And Barbara and Oliver Rose are basically my mother and father. It's funny, and Danny DeVito. It's a fun, even if you don't come from my kind of family. Danny DeVito is also in this, and they were already paired with Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile, so they had a real good chemistry, the three of them, anyway. And basically, it's just the deterioration of a relationship. There's one person who wants out, and the other person doesn't want to let go. And there's a scene in the movie, and I'm not going to explain why, but it really hit close when she wakes him up in the middle of the night. He thinks he has a heart attack. Turns out it was a minor thing, and he makes a new rule and says, okay, whenever something big happens in this family, everyone has to tell each other. And she can't sleep, and she wakes him up, and she's like, I was happy because I thought you were dead. That's the funniest scene to me, because he's comforting her, and he's going, because he thinks she's upset because, the thought of living without him, is devastating to her. No, she was happy about that. And that's was one of the funniest things to me. So yeah, you have to come from a certain kind of household, but if you have a hostile, divorced kind of parents, War of the Roses will probably be right up your alley. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
No, I get it. That's the worrying part. I think that's something else you and me have in common as well. Dysfunctional parents.
I guess the better way to say it, if your parents didn't have that great love story that some parents do, War of the Roses is a good one.
I look at War of the Roses and go, yeah, my parents' relationship is a fucking train wreck, but it could be worse, I suppose. They could end up dead in a chandelier falling off a chandelier.
It's a good movie. It's funny, and it's a very black comedy, and it will not be for everybody. But if you appreciate a black comedy, or if you just don't, if your parents didn't have a happily ever after, yeah, it's your answer for some people's love story. This is for the divorcee parents. My number 2 is Major League, and that one's probably a curveball as well, because I'm not a sports ball person at all. I'm not a sports ball, but it's funny. This movie is funny. And I actually like Major League 2 better because there's a character that does voodoo in the first one and stuff.
I know.
Yep.
It's James Hesbett from 24. He plays Serrano. He's fucking brilliant.
He is. And in the second one, he becomes, a Bible thumper essentially. And it's in the two movies really are funny together. The third has some funny moments, but then we kind of go downhill after that. But the first two are fucking gold. And like Joey said, everyone in the cast is just funny. And there's an evil woman who bought the team and just wants to sell it to make money. And she's rooting for them to lose. They're like the worst team in the whole plane. And Charlie Sheen has a theme song for Wild Thing, and she goes, I hate this fucking song. I loved that actress, by the way. It's really funny. Like I said, I don't like sports ball at all, but for some reason this is a movie when I'm in a good mood, this is the one that really tickles my funny bone. So
yeah, it's
a good one. And my last pick, and Dice already said, put it very eloquently, it's Pet Sematary. This is a movie that, horror movies and me, they're always constantly rotating, but there are certain movies that are just locked and loaded. And this one is always in my top fucking 5. Like Pet Sematary is one that will never be dethroned. I think it is a fucking masterpiece. And like Dice was saying, it is about grief. Yes, it's technically about zombies, but it's about grief. And what I find so fascinating is we go on a father's journey, and Louis Creed literally goes into madness. And the very, very different definition of insanity is, doing something over and over again the exact same way, expecting different results. And that's what Louis does. But because he is so fucking in grief. And Mary Lambert just did a phenomenal job with this movie. I loved her idea for Zelda, for it to be played by a man, so that there's something off, but you don't exactly know what it is. Also, Dale Metcalf. I'm going to get on a soapbox for a minute because I hear so many people who don't seem to get the deepness of this movie and giving all the shit to Dale Metcalf. He was great in this. He did a fucking phenomenal performance. If anyone has ever done crazy on cinema, it was his portrayal of Louis Creed. It's heartbreaking, and how he is just screaming there no when he sees Gage and he's racing the truck. And just we just go and we think things can't get any worse, and yet it does. And it does. It gets everything in the book that's important. It doesn't do everything the book does, but it gets everything that's important in the book. It's just a fucking masterpiece. I've always loved it. You can't. There's nothing. It's like a gold standard to me. Like this is like one of the perfect films. And the fact that it was directed by a woman, I mean, it shows what women can do too. We can horrify you too, guys. We can horrify you too.
I thought Denise Crosby done a fantastic job as well in that movie.
Everyone did, and Fred Gwynne, also Herman Munster. Yeah. I mean, and he embodied Judd. I read the book before I saw the movie, and that was exactly what I pictured Judd as. I didn't think of Fred Gwynne, but who came on screen was who was in my mind when I was reading the book.
Yeah, the one that Fred Gwynne there was a warmth to him, whereas again there was a fucking whole host of issues that remake had, but fucking John Lithgow, you're like
sleepwalking.
It just felt like but as well, this is not an inviting neighbor. This is a motherfucker who has a pistol in his drawer and he's like, keep the fuck out. And you're like, yeah, I wouldn't talk to that dude. Keep kids, don't go over to that house.
Rainbow Fright, Ray had me on to do kind of like a comparison between the original and the remake, and I agree. The way that I phrased it when it comes to the difference between Fred Gwynne and John Lithgow, I have nothing against John Lithgow, but it's Fred Gwynne balanced the are we sure about him with he seems like a nice, warm old neighbor. Lewis is supposed to see him as like a replacement father.
Yep.
John Lithgow just went full ham into this unsettling, he might be on a list kind of thing. And I much prefer Fred Gwynne's version of that, because when he is killed, you're like, shit. Mm-hmm. Damn it.
Yeah, you hate it.
Whereas in the remake, that little zombie girl done a fucking a service to society.
Maybe there was a reason.
Yeah.
Have you seen the prequel that came out a couple of years ago?
Not yet.
There's some things. It's not a good movie, but there are. I see that where the director tried. I see that there are glimmers, but it's a mess. Pam Grier is in it. That is one of the few praises I can give. X-Files, David he's in it, and he's fucking sleepwalking through this. He's fucking sleepwalking through this. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. But there are glimmers. There's a shot, and they don't make a big thing of Judd's mom's legs, and from the book, that the dog kind of had a thing with her, and you see remnants of that, and they don't make a big deal out of it, and they're like, oh, I'm like, I like that. That's really good how they did it, but it don't work.
Yeah, that could have been a case of studio interference. What the director wanted to do, what the studio wanted to do.
We go and it's a mess. It's a fucking mess.
Okay. So it's the director isn't.
Yeah,
I do like part 2.
Part 2 was very interesting. I need to watch it again, but part 2 I thought was intriguing in that it still got that sharp, unsettling kind of vibe from the original.
Yeah.
But it went a different route with it. It actually, ironically, went harsher with it. Mm-hmm. So I have to give props with that, at least, because Clancy Brown is an interesting individual, I must say.
I fucking love Clancy. He's what makes this movie. Oh God, I love Clancy Brown in this so much. And also, not Edward Furlong. He's good in it, although this is where you can kind of tell he's having some issues with drugs. But the other kid in it is really good in it. He's heartbreaking. His character is super heartbreaking.
I fully expected him and his mother during the chase scene. I fully expected somehow for them to survive, and when they don't, I'm like, there it is. There's that Pet Sematary vibe. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, Mary Lambert directed that one too, and it's different, but it's different in a good way. I say
it has the spirit, if you will.
It does.
Well, yeah, no, fucking Pet Sematary, awesome fucking horror, and again, it's like an allegory for like not being able to accept loss or deal with grief. And it's do you think there's very few instances, to both Doc and yourself, Jen, do you think maybe surpasses the book in some ways.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more of a visual person, to be quite honest. I mean, obviously, mentally, I can visualize a lot of fucking things, but to see someone else's interpretation and still get the same vibe, if you will, of what, again, the spirit was for the story, I think translated very well. And there's just an atmosphere about it that I think is very good in the unsettling realm of things. The acting of everybody involved, I thought, was quite good. Even the kids, was very good. Miko, for such an infant, essentially, did quite good in both this, pure, adorable little Gage that you're like, nothing can happen. This is an innocent little thing, and then the flip of whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, no, very, very good. And I have to agree with what you said, Jen. People give Lewis and the actor for Lewis a lot of shit, but you have to understand he came from daytime soap opera to this, and he didn't do perfect, no, but I think he did a very good job, especially by comparison of the remake. And I know that a lot of people, well, myself included, I am guilty of this. A lot of people will put Lewis on their, stupid as fuck characters list. But at the same time, this is a guy who is literally losing his mind shred by shred with everything that happens. And that's why he's doing these stupid things. Yes, they're stupid. You can see that. You're not in his shoes. You haven't lost a kid or a wife or yourself or who you thought was your father replacement. You're not seeing the literal life that you've created unraveling swiftly. So just take a step back, observe.
I would totally agree with you, because when I was a kid, my mother is an RN, and when you're a little kid, you have all kinds of funny ideas. And I always thought medical people, I didn't think they understood death completely, but I thought they got a little piece of the puzzle. And I always thought it was genius that he was a doctor, because you just think they understand death better than us regular folks, right? Medical people have a little bit more of an insight to it and stuff. And I always thought that was genius because, as a doctor, and he has a wife who has a fear of death because of her sister Zelda, I mean, it's grief. And we have rational human minds, but at the end of the day, deep down, we're just very primitive and we're very superstitious. And, all the things that we know, but then all the things we feel, when push comes to stuff, it's the stuff we feel and we can't explain it or articulate it.
Jen, like we were saying on another stream, men are reactive in certain situations.
True. So, well, he also has, kind of to your point, Marty, I think, to a somewhat stereotypical degree, shall we say, there's this patriarchal thought process of, you're the guy, you're the man of the house, you've got to fix things. How am I going to fix this? If there's a way to bring your family back, the
breadwinner makes everything better. Yeah.
And if you can't do that, of course, that's going to just once again strip things away. And like you said, Jen, I always thought as a doctor, he is accustomed to the concept of saving people, bringing them back from the brink of death if necessary. I don't know how much Louis Creed has experience with that, but still, as a doctor, your whole thing is, I want to help, I want to fix, I want to prevent. And he can't do that. Not even with his first fucking day on the university, he can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting little pieces of his sanity being torn away throughout the whole film.
It is. And even before, because if you, in the backstory of it, his uncle was an undertaker, and stuff. So he's always been around death. The Louis Creed has always been around death. And I thought that was a genius thing to, I don't know. I thought it was real smart. It brains,
It's a real articulated lad.
Yeah. Well, I'm not known for that. But no, it's just this. I love this movie. I can't say enough about it, and I think there's so much to unpack with it. It's just a brilliant fucking movie. It's not because I'm a horror lover. I'm just a cinema lover, and this is just fucking.
No, it's a good movie. I I'm no, do you know what? I'll say it. I didn't enjoy the remake. I had lots of issues with the remake. One thing I did like what they did, and I think you and me got into a bit of a discussion, not an argument per se. I liked switching around Gage not being the one brought back. Because that always kind of like, even reading the novel, it's like he's a toddler. Just put a fucking laundry basket over him, or just fucking
But
put a
it's your
bin over
kid,
him.
Marty. But the thing is, when it's your kid, that's easy to say. But how
Well,
can
they
you?
put a cage. I'm not saying kill him.
Put Gage in a cage.
Put a laundry basket on top of him. Put him in a laundry basket and put some heavy books in there. Now, so what do we do? I don't know. Just like any other fucking toddler. Just put him in some kind of cage, like
A play pit.
normal fucking babies, and just let him tantrum himself out or whatever. I don't know. It's just
He'll wear himself out eventually.
So
Supernatural
it was-
enemy.
I just think obviously it was to subvert expectations of fans by changing it, but I thought it was clever because
I did
you
too.
had more of a formidable antagonist in the older sister.
She's able to speak a bit more, I suppose, so you can kind of get that conveying of like, what the fuck is this?
But even mobility
anger,
wise as well.
rage.
Yeah. No, that it's even I believe Stephen King said, I understand it. I can see why I think it was a smart decision. And I'm not really upset about that. I can see the benefits of both, the cons of both, because with Gage, it's once again that little innocent, pure thing. Nothing bad could ever happen to this little creature here, and yet it does. One of the worst fucking things did happen. And with her, same idea. I think it's just as much of a gut punch, but it is more of a, how should we say, articulated version of something sweet and innocent that comes back wrong.
Yes.
Why? And she's able to do more, to be a little bit more active and to be more creepy in a way. It's, I think, still as impactful, just a little bit of a different route, shall we say?
Yep.
Choose your own trauma kind of thing.
And I do like where when Lewis brings her back and she's like tearing up the house, like there's just this uncontrollable rage and anger, and that you can't get from a younger kid, and I like the way she did that. I will give the remake that. I don't have a lot of love for it, but there were a couple things about it that I did like, and that was one of them.
Again, it was clever to catch people off by switching it, and I just thought she would make more of a formidable, believable antagonist than a little toddler. You know?
I get you. The one thing, though, and you have to go back to the book, is this, because there is a line where after Lewis, gives him the injection, and he says that Lewis saw for once his real son in pain and hurting, and as a parent, you can't, he just had to put his son down for the second time. He'd gone through all this hell to bring him back, and now he's got to put him down. And then, like, the last glimpse of him is his son in pain and hurting. The real Gage was in pain and hurting. And as a parent, it just does something. Every time I read that line, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't. He can kill people. We'll fix him. He's a good boy.
We'll just put him on one of those little like kid leash things. It's okay.
That's what I would. I know me. I would.
This is why we can't have kids, Jen, because they'll die and they'll come back and.
Yeah, I would do. I would. I know what. I don't have to put myself in the situation. I know what I'd do. The same thing Lewis would do, even if they said, "Jen, there's."
Yeah, and I'm the one who's going to have to put what's left in the mulching machine. Like, fucking in there, you little
Fire up
bastard.
the wood chipper.
But
would you guys do that? I guess before I realized, if someone you love doesn't even have to be a kid, what would you do if you had the opportunity, but you didn't know what they were going to come back as, but you had an opportunity to get them back? Would you take it?
Ironically, just to get real for a minute, there was a point where I lost my cat, my cat.
Mm-hmm.
They say your sole pet. So that was mine. Skiba was mine. And the first thing that came to my mind, just given that I'm a horror fan, was Pet Sematary. And I was like, I can't do that. It's not him. I can't do that. So probably not. It wouldn't. It's not that it wouldn't cross my mind, but it would be like, I don't think it didn't work out well.
Joey, if you could bring someone back using a Pet Cemetery or something, knowing there was a 50-50 or a 90-20 or fucking 1910 fucking chance they come back evil, would you do it?
Oh yeah, I still do.
Nice.
I'm a cat person, and I have my cat Shadow. And if something, and Shadow's an inside cat, thank God. But if something happened to Shadow, I would be on my way up to the cemetery with my shovel, and then I would have an area for him just in case he comes back, where I can keep him locked up where he can't hurt anybody, but I can still look at him.
Yeah.
Come out, scratch the fuck. It's okay. It's worth it.
Marty, you wouldn't bring me back.
Now, keeping in mind, do you think there would be a difference? I say this with love.
I don't think
do you think there would be a difference?
Marty could put me on stream, and we didn't. We thought she was dead, but apparently she's fine.
Yes, and penis, tense back.
You see, there's no difference. It's fine.
Marty, is she decomposing? No.
Me throwing fucking links of black pudding and fucking German sausage. There you go. Put it off. Just put it on a fucking dolly or something. There you go. Yeah. Fucking Bub from Day of the Dead or fucking.
Bubbles. Bubbles alright.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna hit you with my top 5 for '89. So number 5, Tango and Cash. Joey mentioned it already. Great buddy cop movie. Stallone takes the piss out of himself. When some cop goes, "Who's this guy think he is? Rambo? Rambo is a pussy." I like that. I fucking like that. Jack Palance, great bad guy. Terry Hatcher, she's cool. Fucking, it's a cool movie. It's turn your brain off and watch fucking Stallone and Kurt Russell kick the shit out of the bad guys and fucking blow things up with a cool monster truck that has a fucking Gatling. Makes no sense. Again, my brother fucking was watching a movie. He's like, "Why is there a machine gun mounted to the side?" I'm like, "I'm not watching any movies that have cars in it with you." That's like,
you know what scene I love? I love when Kurt Russell and Stallone are in the prison shower, and Stallone drops the soap. One drops soap, and Kurt Russell bends down to pick the soap up, and Stallone goes, "Well, what are you doing?" And Kurt Russell goes, "Don't flatter yourself, Pee Wee." I love that line.
It's a fun movie. It's a great movie. There's a fucking Christ, who's the lad with the jaw that was in Samurai Cop? Zadar. He's one of the bad guys in the prison. He's fucking brilliant as well. He's fun.
The point where he's in the prison. Way it didn't end well for him last time. Shit.
It's a fun movie, and if you want something that isn't Lethal Weapon, that's even fucking dumber and funner than fucking. No, look, I'm not saying it's badly acted. I'm saying it is cheese. It is gorgonzola, fucking prime gorgonzola you put over your nachos. It's that fucking good.
What cheese in a can?
No,
we are American, in case you forgot. We have squeezy cheese.
No, I like my cheese in a can. It's a religion to me.
Hey Don, we got night out movies talks in the chat. Sorry Don, I just saw you there, man. My number 4 is an interesting one. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. Ghibli, I never pronounce. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? It doesn't fucking matter.
I think it's Ghibli.
It depends. Kiki's Delivery Service. Really like it. If you want an alternative to show little kids something for Halloween, if you're tired of all the fucking Nickelodeon or Scooby-Doo stuff, which are good, don't get me wrong, they're fun. This is really nice. It's about a witch. Little girl finds out she's a witch. Her parents are on hard times, so she starts a delivery service. And it's going well, but then she starts losing her power because people find out, wait, you're a witch, and as a result, certain forces are like, she shouldn't be doing this. So it's cool. It's cute. It's Miyazaki. Yeah, I think it's Miyazaki that does this one. Gorgeous animation. If you like Spirited Away, check it out. Very much in the vein of that. Dice or Doc, have you seen this one?
I have not. You know what? I am very, very much unfamiliar with Studio Ghibli. So that's I didn't have that as a kid, ironically. So I need to get into it.
Again,
check
as
it
I
out
said,
a little bit more.
As I said, if you want to try something different flavor stuff for kids, and if you're like, oh fuck this, JK's ruined Harry Potter, this is something to fucking check out. This is something to give them a chance to check out. Dark in some places, but not super fucking dark. Not as severe as Spirit of the Way, and Spirit of the Way isn't that bad. So yeah, definitely check this one out, especially if you're a fan of anime. Number 3, another movie that traumatized me as a child, but I still love it. Joe Johnston directed it. He done The Rocketeer, he done Jurassic Park 3, he done Captain America. But his first foray into movie making was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis is brilliant. And you also, Joey, who was the guy who played Max Headroom? What was the actor who played Max Headroom? He was in Dawn of the Dead remake as well.
Yeah, I forget that guy. He's, the blonde, balding hair.
Yeah.
I forget his name. He was in a lot of stuff.
You know who I'm talking about. I should have done more research with this. I kind of got fucking sidetracked. But yeah, he plays this brilliant neighbor who takes the piss out of Rick Moranis. But then when he realizes, oh shit, this nerd is the only guy who can save my kids, he licks his fucking arse for the remainder of the movie. And the kids are great, but I think the fucking scene that fucking broke me is when Auntie dies. If have any of you guys seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No, I have.
It's been a very, very long time.
The oatmeal cream pie scene is always the one that sticks with me.
This little baby aunt helps our fucking 4 kids and saves them from a scorpion and dies. And I'm like, fuck you. Bad enough Littlefoot's mother died last year. Now this fucking horse shit. What's wrong with the world? But no, it's great. It's cute. There's like other funny bits. There's a bit with a cockroach floating on a fucking stream of piss. And the neighbor's kid is like, hey, Donna, looks like your boyfriend's arrived. And it's like, that's fucking hilarious. That's great. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. ILM done some really good effects, both digital and fucking practical, particularly with Auntie. It's great. And yeah, again, check out Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Number 2 is Batman, 1989 Batman. I'm kind of with Joey. I do prefer the second one, but it's Batman. I mean, fucking Batmania, and it captures the
Bat
dark
dance.
Prince and stuff. Yeah, it's all over. You could not escape Batmania back then. Joey, you were knocking about there when that movie came out in the cinema. You again, I was as well, but I wouldn't have been old enough to remember when like the hype for it. Like, what was the hype like when the original Batman came out? 89.
There was a lot of hype. They had the Batman specials on cable with Bob Kane was still alive back then, the creative Batman, and he was promoting the movie. It was big. The memorabilia, the comic books, the figures, it was all over the place. And when it was a huge hit, of course. I mean, you know, Jack Nicholson got top billing for playing the Joker, of course, and then but you had it was a great cast though. You know, like I said, I wasn't thrilled with Kim Basinger performance, especially that one part where the thing pops out of the box and she faints. Like, oh, that really scared you that much?
The stress finally got to her.
Yeah. So I mean, I like
pretty hair. She had real pretty hair.
I like the parts when Jack Nicholson was fixing himself up and Mick Jagger's wife comes in. I forget her name. Jerry. Yeah. She comes in. She goes, "You look fine." And he goes, "I didn't ask." Yeah. I mean, I mean, that was such a badass by Jack Nicholson. So, it was a big hit, and and was Robert Wool played the reporter.
Yep.
They should have kept him more into it. He kind of died out.
Yeah, he fizzled out. Yeah, Knox, Alexander Knox. That was the name of his character.
He was funny. I liked his character a lot, and then he kind of faded, and it was more, the romantic thing, and everybody hates the part where Alfred brings Vicky Vale into the Batcave. Oh, come on, that would never happen.
Have you actually, before I go on to number one, have you any merch at hand from that movie that you want to show off, or is there anything, any Batman statue or anything at hand that you want to show off? There,
well, I did have the Michael Keaton Batman figure, but it was about this big, that big, and nice. I gave it to my sister Patty, because she's a big Michael Keaton fan. She loves Beetlejuice and Mr. Mom, so I gave it to her one day. But it was nice. It had the leather cape, and I had him pose where he had the cape. But I had the Ben Affleck Batman. I gave it to my other sister Donna because she's a Ben Affleck fan, so I gave it to her. But I kept the Adam West and Burt Ward for myself. No one's getting those.
Nice.
I don't blame you.
Again, it's a fun movie. Doc, did we talked about him earlier on, but is there anything that you like from Burton's Batmans that those movies do that the latter ones kind of there's something missing with the latter ones, or Burton's interpretation of the characters, or anything about that interpretation that you like?
I think the humor, the maybe slightly deadpan humor of it, which naturally I appreciate in almost everything, is he just added this. Well, I like that how everything looks as well, but the humor that he added to the characters, like I said, this is one of those instances where I like Bruce Wayne and Batman, and I don't think you get too much of that. Maybe Christian Bale had a little bit of that, but to me, Michael Keaton's version of Batman and Bruce Wayne in particular, I was like, that's a playboy, but he's not this egregious, insufferable playboy. You actually can understand how he gets women. Alfred was fun. I do like Alfred. Jack Nicholson as Joker. I think you can get a little something from almost every Joker. Jared Leto. But I do like his version of Joker a little bit more. He had this kind of admiration that you could see towards Batman every once in a while, that I think is better for the relationship. I just like this one better, I think, overall, because of the humor, even if it's not blatant, this is a joke kind of thing.
Don mentioned something there, and he's dead right. The depiction of the city is a character in itself. The Burton had essentially turned Gotham City into a character of its own, the aesthetic and stuff. It kicks arse. And yeah, you're dead right. You genuinely feel that Keaton portrays two distinctive personalities, the playboy and the brooding knight. Whereas, like, again, I liked the Batman, but if I met Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, I was like, that moody cunt is Batman.
Somebody give this guy some uppers. I don't know. Just
swear to God, give him. I don't know. Fucking someone fucking give.
What about Val Kilmer, guys? What about Val Kilmer?
Kilmer was okay. It just you didn't really feel that there was any distinctive personalities. He was certainly better than Clooney. I'll fucking give it that.
What, you don't like the bat nipples and the butt zipper?
No. I don't. And I don't like the ice puns either, even though I love Arnie. But yeah, my number one, guys, my number one is surprisingly not Batman, but it is a big franchise movie. It is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Harrison Ford punches more Nazis. Can't go wrong with that. And he's joined by Sean Connery. You have a cantankerous elderly fucker and a cantankerous older elderly fucker, and they're teamed up. And I just like the banter between them. Sure, it's kind of a joke because I think there was 5 or 6 years age difference between Connery and Ford at the time. But yeah, it's cool. You, you have Indiana Jones getting Hitler's autograph by accident. That's
Yeah.
fucking madness. Alison
I mean,
Doody.
that would be worth something. Like, you could
I'd be a
say,
little bit concerned as to who would buy it.
No, but can you
oh, in
imagine?
this country, really?
But like, can you imagine though, of all people, Indiana Jones, this belongs in a, oh fuck no, it's Hitler. There, the fucking
match. Where's the
but
fire?
it's Alison Doody, great femme fatale. I like the switch. She was different from Willie, and she was different from fucking Marion Ravenwood. You thought you were going to get this regular kind of fucking love interest, but no, she turned the fucking tide. You have Donovan, really cool fucking bad guy. Alexei Sale turns up. He's a British comedian in a funny role where the guys want to use the local garrison, and they offer him a load of gold. He's like, I'm not interested. Rolls Royce, I'll take the Rolls Royce. And the guys are like, he's in the ignition. I love it. And Connery is funny as well, using the flock of geese to take out the fucking the fucking German attack plane. Just a great movie, fun movie, and you know what? It was a great way to round off the franchise. There was no more Indiana Jones movies. It was a great way to end it. Thank goodness. Thank God they didn't make any more. Yeah, that's why Lucas picked him, Don, because he was like, yeah, who else is going to be Indiana Jones's dad but fucking James Bond? But yeah, Jen, what's your thoughts on this one? Did you enjoy this one?
Yeah, I like probably Temple of Doom is my favorite one out of the three, but I really do enjoy The Last Crusade as well. I like the fact that, we have an interesting character with our love interest because she's a Nazi, but like underneath it all, there might be some semblance of something like human and like she's
she's
a Nazi, but
she's the air of despair when she's at the book burning. She can't fucking watch it, and then later on she feels bad when fucking senior Henry is fucking shot. So she's a lot more complex of a villain than that. And
a Nazi with a heart.
Kind of. I don't think it's so much about politics with her. I think it's more about the money. Like she's more, I don't really give a shit about your politics.
The money or the prospect of immortality. And maybe Spielberg said that he wasn't going to do Nazis because after he made Schindler's List, then he fucking was okay with it. But I think he was also putting forward a point that, it would be easy to make all these fucking Nazis cackling fucking villains. But keep in mind, an entire nation followed a fucking madman into fucking oblivion. Sadly, that might be the case again. And I refuse to believe that everyone that went under that flag or followed that individual was just solely evil. I think fucking the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I think if you sell someone enough shit, they'll buy it. And I don't think that necessarily makes them evil. I think it makes them ignorant.
Uneducated?
Poor people, literally.
Yeah, but again, you are right, Doc. There are people who are fucking uneducated and aren't willing to fucking kind of do their fucking due diligence. But I don't think that makes people out and out evil. I think it's easy to fucking wake up one morning and find out, shit, I'm on the wrong side of history. It is so easy, I think. I'm not making an excuse. It's an explanation. There is no fucking excuse for that. And again, I try and keep this very fucking kind of soft and very fucking fun.
Not really, Marty.
No,
I've never seen it soft.
But you get what I'm saying. I think it was clever that he didn't make fucking her,
the villains are more compelling when they aren't one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, it's It's sadly it's still fucking relevant today. Fucking shit like that, you know.
More than you might think.
Yeah. Doc, what's your thoughts? Are you a fan of the franchise itself, or are you not a?
Well, the problem is I haven't seen a single Indiana Jones movie ever.
Really?
Well, look, the good thing is they only made 3, so you only have to
Right,
watch
yeah,
3 of
yeah.
them. Yeah, there's fucking some shit about 2 other movies, but fuck that. But yeah,
I'll get
it's
there eventually.
do. I will warn you, and this is probably why Jen likes it, and I have fun with it. Temple of Doom is problematic. Temple of
Oh,
Doom is rather problematic with
Really? It's just fun. It's camp. It's camp. What people don't like about it is, well, there's a lot of things, but Willie might be our biggest problem because
no. Willie can be endearing, but I think the betrayal of certain kind of like cultures and stuff of like
yeah, but it's a movie. Like it isn't, but it's. How can I put this without being?
it was what we knew at the time.
yeah, it's a creature
Yes,
of its
that's a
time.
better way. Thank you. That's a better way.
No,
And I'm not making excuses, but we all know, and we're more enlightened now, but
Yeah.
we don't have to burn a piece of media. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
worth
oh
it.
yeah. My thing is, I don't think like I have an issue with Son of the South being fucking. You don't hide your mistakes. You show them so people learn from them. You don't fucking go, oh, this didn't happen.
We never
La,
did
la,
that.
la, la,
Come
la.
here, Disney. Come here.
Yeah.
I have some other things to talk to you about. Come here.
But yeah, no, I like this one. I think it was a fitting for the time ending to the trilogy, and I wish it had stayed that fucking way. But I don't know, Joey, what do you think of Last Crusade?
Well, I enjoyed this one. I mean, when you put 2 legends together, like Sean Connery and Harrison Ford, and just sit back and watch them work. I love the scene when they're tied up the chair together and they're trying to talk to each other. Go, wow, you know, like I love that scene. I loved all 3 films. I never saw the newer one with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I'm not a Shia LaBeouf fan at all, so I stay away from him. But I stay away from reboots and remakes and all that stuff because you're never going to recapture what was once was. So I let it go and just watch the older films and enjoy them still. I just don't stick around for the reboots. I've seen a couple, and you always get disappointed, and there's always like it's just it's not fun to watch them. They always miss the mark, in my opinion. So. Yeah. So that's just my take on it. So I was not going to watch. So I'm glad I never saw the newer movie. It ended for me with Sean Connery and Harrison Ford, and I'm very happy that way.
They literally ride off into the sunset, and that's the way it should fucking ended. But yeah, no. Again, that's my number one. Harrison Ford punches the shit out of Nazis, and you have a knight fucking giving them the Holy Grail. You're not like that. And actually, one other thing I like about it, I don't think this was his last role, but he was close to it. Joaquin Phoenix's brother, River Phoenix. Yep. He's great as he was great as young Indiana Jones, and like the start where he like picks up the fucking the snake and he's like, yeah, well, don't worry about it, it's a snake. And then later on, and it's silly now. I know modern cinema does it a lot now that Han Solo has to get his blaster and his jacket and everything in the first scene, but in this, yeah, you learn why he's afraid of fucking snakes, how he's able to use a bullwhip, and how he gets the scar in his chin. But back then it was endearing. Now it's fucking force-fed. But yeah, Last Crusade, my favorite for 89. Jen, honorable mention, 1 or 2?
One or two, indeed. I don't have as many, but I do have a one I really want to talk about that I wish could have made my proper thing is a movie with Whoopi Goldberg and Jim Belushi called Homer and Eddie. It's labeled as a comedy, and there is some comedic aspects with it, but it's a really beautiful film. It is about a mentally challenged man played by Belushi, and he's going to go home and see his dying father, and he goes on kind of a road trip, and he gets scammed out of his money. He gets taken advantage of, and he runs across Whoopi Goldberg, and who's a pretty okay person, but she is dying, and because of her condition, she has psychotic breaks occasionally, and it just shows the form of the friendship of them. And the ending is kind of heartbreaking, and also his family basically put him away because they were ashamed. He came from a very affluent family, and they were kind of ashamed because of his afflictions. It's a really beautiful movie that nobody talks about, and Whoopi Goldberg gives a really great performance, and Jim Belushi does too. And you wouldn't think so much, but it's a different role for him, and he does it really well. And it's not, you guys are probably thinking he's trying to get an Oscar. No, it's a movie that no one talks about, but it's actually quietly beautiful, and it's dealing with mental illness as well as end of life situations, class to a certain degree, and also mentally challenged. It has a lot of heavy issues, and it's done very nuanced.
Double Feature says they haven't seen that in a while, but they have to rewatch it. What else have you got, Jen?
I've got Beaches. I love Steel Magnolias more, but I'm one of those bitches. I like beaches, okay? Fucking blow me all, okay? I like beaches. I have a vagina. I like beaches.
Well, try not to get any sand in it.
I knew you were going to do that.
I was this close.
It is. It's a melodrama, and it's very much by the book, but I'll catch it if it's on. I'll catch it if it's on. There was also a remake with that. It's fine, but I prefer the original better. Let's see. Blind Fury is another one. It's an action movie, and I'm sure you guys are.
Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
That one's so fun.
It's a great movie, and it's not my favorite Rutger Hauer performance, but it's definitely in the top 3. And it's just a fun, and he plays kind of a blind assassin, and it's got heart, it's got comedy, and I'm not an action girly, but even I like that one. Another one, and this one's going to really surprise all of you, and you're going to go, what the fuck? But hear me out. I like the Look Who's Talking movies, okay? I like the baby. I like Bruce Willis talking. I like John Travolta and Christy Alley. I like it. I fucking like it. I'm rooting for them as a couple. I even like the one where the dogs are talking. Okay,
the one with the dogs I prefer. I hate the other two. There's something about babies talking that just fucking creeps me out. It's like, God.
Don't watch Little Geniuses.
For the sequel. Another one that I have to bring up. This movie's kind of a mess, but it has legends and just the design of the film. And it's a gangster film. It's one that we probably should do at our gangster thing sometime, Joey. Harlem Nights. It's not a perfect film, and there was a lot of trouble behind the scenes. But I get what they were doing. You have Richard Pryor, you have Eddie Murphy, you have Red Fox, and you also have Arsenio Hall, who got me the biggest laugh in the movie. Every time I see that scene where they shove he does it for like 5 or 10 minutes. They shove my brother, man. Oh my God, I fucking love Arsenio Hall. I think he's funnier than Eddie Murphy. I know, but I'm going to be honest. I like Arsenio Hall better. I thought he was funnier in Coming to America as well. But that scene where he's like, they shed my brother, man. I fucking love it.
You know, I love the guy that played, I think his first name is Stan, but he played the boxer, like kind of like a Mike Tyson kind of thing.
He's a character actor. I can't think of his name, but he's great.
Yeah, he was in TNT Jackson back in the 70s, but his name is Stan. He's still alive. His name is Stan something. I forget his name, but I like when someone says, so who you fighting today? He goes, I don't know, but someone's getting knocked the fuck out. I love that line when he did that. I always crack up every time he says that.
Mm-hmm. Also, Della Reese is in this, and it's so surreal because she did that Touched by an Angel thing show, and like it's funny because she plays a madam in a prostitute. She's in a brothel, and she's dropping f-bombs and everything, and but she did that religious show. I love the two things of it, but it's
Touched
really
by an Angel,
funny.
indeed.
It Oh God, Touched by an Angel. But yeah, she was in it. She was a deeply religious woman, and I always got a kick out of the character she's playing. Kiss my ass. I love it.
I love Eddie Murphy gets pissed off with her, just shoots her in the foot.
My
She
baby
just got that bitch in the leg.
It's not a perfect movie, but and also the gal from A Different World, the real pretty one. What's her name? Joey, you probably
Lisa Bonet.
not Lisa Bonet, the other one, the one that was Southern. That
Jasmine something.
Jazz Reed, I want to say, was it?
Yeah.
Jasmine Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good movie. Have any of you? Yeah. Besides Joey, have you guys seen it? It's a fun. It's not. Perfect,
It's great crack, but yeah, apparently there was a lot of egos kind of clashing on that movie at the time.
It was good though, but I love the scene that always cracks me up is the one with our they shot my brother, and it goes on for such a I'm gonna get it. He's crying and he's got the machine gun. I'm gonna kill him.
Joey, have you any honorable mentions, dude?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a couple. I'll go through them real quick.
Take your time.
Oh, I got Best of the Best. It's an action movie. It's kickboxing with Eric Roberts, Philip Ree, and James Earl Jones as the coach, where he trains the Americans, a bunch of misfits, to go over to Korea and fight their best fighters. It's a really good movie. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm an Eric Roberts fan too.
Me too.
I got Weekend at Bernie's because it's guilty.
Yes.
I love it. It's hilarious. I mean, they're dragging this dead guy all over the place. I always laugh at that part. I got Uncle Buck with John Candy. That's one of my favorites. A hit by him. I got Batman, of course. Michael Keaton. I got Cyborg with Van Damme. It's an action sci-fi thriller. Great fight scene at the end. I got Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone and Donald Sutherland and John Amos. That's a really good. Like prison movies. Donald Sutherland's Stallone's a convict. And he's almost ready to get out, and he's a trusted convict. Everybody, all the guards like him. Then in the middle of the night, Donald Sutherland sends a van to go pick him up, and he's a warden at a really tough prison. And he does not like Stallone's character. You got to watch the movie to find out why. And he brings him to this prison to do a hard time. And Donald Sutherland's like a real bastard in this movie, but it's really good. It's called Lock Up.
I'll check it out.
Another one I got is Next of Kin with Patrick Swayze.
My dad loves that movie. My dad loves that movie.
God, shootout at the cemetery at the end. Oh, it's really good. And it's like Patrick Swayze, Liam Neeson, and Bill Paxton are all brothers in the movie, and they're all from the South. And the South, I think it is. But they get involved.
Very Southern Gothic.
It's just a really good movie. And then I got this one's a horror. It's called The Horror Show with Lance Henriksen and Brian James. It's kind of like in a way. They try to electrocute Brian James, and he comes back, and he goes after Lance Henriksen and his family. That's a good one. And then I got Drugstore Cowboy. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that with Matt Dillon and James Remar. It takes place in like the late 60s. Matt Dillon and his girlfriend and his other couple, they rob drugstores for drugs and for pills and everything like that. And they just, that's what they do. They get high all the time. But it's a deep movie. It's really just a great story to it. And Matt Dillon's the leader of the gang that's robbing the drugstores, and James Remar's the cop that's trying to help Matt Dillon get off the drugs and stay out of jail. But it's a very good movie. That's my honorable mentions.
They're good. They're fucking good ones. Drugstore Cowboy's a good one as well. If you haven't fucking seen it, it reminds. Is it from the same director as Rumblefish? Joey.
I'm not sure. I should have done a little more research. But Rumblefish is another great one. I've used that before on here.
No, did you get the same kind of feel off both movies? You kind of just these kind of young outcasts, or like the Outsiders and stuff. You get these kind of.
Rumblefish reminded me more of the Outsiders type vibe, because it was the gangs fighting for territory and everything. But Drugstore Cowboy is different because and I think it's based on a true story too, where they're just robbing these drugstores, but this in the late 60s, early 70s, and they're just like taking all these pills and seeing how they can get high off them, which is a very dangerous thing to do. But Matt Dillon's excellent in it. I mean, he's really good in this.
He's a great actor, though. He should have been in more stuff.
Yeah.
But Creepy says, I said it last stream and I'll say it again, these 2 years stand up alone. The last 5 or even 10, yeah. Doc, any honorable mentions for you that didn't get kind of...
I could throw out some weird ones.
Go first.
Ooh.
Weird ones. Yes. One, for any John Saxon fans, you might like this. My Mom's a Werewolf.
A werewolf. Yeah.
You know what? I never really saw Saxon as a sex symbol, but then you do this and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, the toes. Why? Okay.
Is that why I have a thing for werewolves? Oh my god! I think
you just like hairy men. It's okay. People like that too. It's okay.
Marty, pick up your shirt.
Well, not for free. Not in this economy. Button up, man. Button up. Pay per view. God damn. But this is a Halloween film, technically speaking, so you can have fun with that. It's ironically, it's one that could be taken as a kind of a message about menopause. So you can enjoy that, if you will. One that I watched not that long ago that ironically, Jen, I think you might like this one. If you ever want to know what it looks like to take drugs without taking drugs, this is it. Dr. Caligari from 1989.
I have seen that because you know whose favorite? Another. Yeah. I know
this. If you want to watch a film that makes sense, not this one. Don't do this one. No.
I know.
Stylistically, honestly, it reminds me of what. Follow me here. It reminds me of what Oingo Boingo sounds like.
Yeah. Marty said that too.
Okay, great. We're on the same page. Perfect. Wonderful. It's so very bizarre. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See? It's so very bizarre, but it's very interesting. You can still follow along with it story-wise. Do not expect it to be related very much at all to the original Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, but it does have a link, a couple links to it. It's visually very stimulating, shall we say. Story, if you're looking for a deep story, good luck. It's not terribly PC, but also not horrifically offensive. So, give and take. And I suppose, let's see, what else could I mention? Not elves. I'm not talking about elves.
What? The Nazis? Is it the one with the Nazis?
Yeah.
Well, there's two theories of thinking. One, the Nazis created the elves to spread the superior race. The other is they captured. I like that line that this guy is like nonchalantly disgusted.
Just, yeah. So one of these. I don't know. So let me get this straight. The Nazis wanted to make a superior race, but they're small, fuzzy, bow-legged, and have a permanent case of lockjaw. Sure, yeah, why not? If you want something that makes no fucking sense, but you can have fun with, sure.
Sure. It's a Christmas movie. It's kind of a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I'd show it to my kids.
Jen, one of the scenes as a little kid in a Ninja Turtles pajamas go to his sister. Hey, show me your tits. It's
I
like
know. I know. I've seen it.
Bonus
Fine.
points, or maybe minus points, given that was apparently filmed very prominently in my home state.
Yay!
Instead, I will simply mention one that is actually not an English horror film, but I thought was very intriguing. Grave Robbers.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish film, I believe.
Yep.
Very intriguing, especially if you happen to enjoy undead things.
Yeah.
There's plenty of those there.
Yeah.
If you don't mind reading subtitles while you're watching a movie.
I learned that hooked on phonics, and I can read pretty goods.
Whatever helps, follow along. Hey.
It worked for me.
You educated yourself from the back of them there cereal packets, right?
According to certain movies, you can go on to be a college professor, inspire others.
Collect 5 tokens and go to Harvard. Anyway, they're good. They're good honorable mentions. With me, I've got one.
Teen Witch? Teen Witch, right?
No,
You love Teen Witch.
not
Top cat.
Elsa Rubinstein.
God damn it. No, my one is a Jim Cameron movie that a lot of people don't like. I like it because I think it's a great fucking love story. The Abyss. It's fucking brilliant. It's Ed Harris and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio's fucking chemistry is good. You genuinely feel that this is a couple that fucking that drive each other crazy, but they also love each other. They can't stand being around because they have 2 massive personalities, but they love each other with so much fucking intensity. And the bit where she goes into cardiac arrest and Ed Harris is just fucking slamming her chest and screaming fight. And I highly recommend the extended version because, again, I'm probably a weepy bastard, but you find out that the alien race, they can control water, and because of Sergeant Coffey, Michael Bean's character, they're going to wipe out humanity, and they decide to stop. And Ed Harris is like, why did you spare us? And earlier on in the movie, he sent a message because he thought he was going to die to his wife, but the aliens intercepted it and are like, this guy was willing to fucking lay his life on the line to save us. So it's really fucking heartfelt. I think the issue people have is they find it fucking too mushy and too sentimental. But that's a lot of Cameron's movies. A lot of at the heart of a lot of Cameron's movies is a love story or
like
a maternal story. Yeah, Terminator or the one about the boat or the Smurf people. It's all, although this one I think shits all over the Smurf people because there's
that's a kink for some people. Like you can order Smurfs on eBay and just fuck you little bastard.
Where's that mute button gone?
You can get the mushroom houses.
Anyway, right? The
you know what the mushrooms look like though.
Right. So anyway, The Abyss. I love The Abyss. Also, fun fact: Michael Bean in all Jim Cameron's movies gets bitten on the hand. Sarah bites him on the hand when he's pulling her into the car. Newt bites him on the hand when he's Corporal Hicks when he's pulling her out of the vent. And Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio bites him when he's trying to capture her during the events of The Abyss. But yeah, great movie.
Now, whose contract did that get signed on to?
I don't know. It's just a weird little thing. I maybe it's Cameron. Just hey, I want to see how many times I can get fucking Michael bitten on the set of my movie. But yeah, it's
kind of hot.
Michael Bean was still is a sexy man. So yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, but like biting, like I'm into it.
The Abyss. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's one that one other thing. If you are worried about animal fucking safety and stuff, the rat was okay. It did die after the movie, It wasn't related. There's a scene where they submerge a rat in water, but it survived. But yeah, no, it was a stunt rat and it survived. But they were supposed to appear on Letterman with the rat to calm down PETA. But the day before they turned up on Letterman, the rat died of natural causes. They're like, shit, what do we do? So yeah.
We can't even bring his will. He didn't have one.
But yeah, no. So yeah, that's basically our roundup for 88, 89. I think it was fucking great. We had some great guests. We had some fucking great suggestions and movies. Doc, it was awesome having you on. Is there anything in the pipeline? Is there anything coming up on your channel that you want to promote or shout out?
I suppose I can't say anything terribly definitively just yet. I know that I was attempting during this month to try to do something because I had this month more or less off, the in-between from the summer to the fall semester, you know. But fall semester is going to start day after tomorrow. I'm going to at least one in-person class, so that's going to chew up a lot of time. I can only say that I appreciate everybody who has continued to watch my stuff, who has subscribed and everything since not doing anything. But I'm still working on things as I can behind the scenes. I have some requests that I am absolutely still working on, but it's unfortunately taken longer due to a myriad of different things, education included. I can't say that I got anything distinct yet. There might be a live stream or two sometime semi-soon, perhaps. Otherwise, I might appear on someone else's channel in the meantime, but I'll try to keep everybody somewhat up to date, kind of in my personal life. Thank you. This is the Idle Hands.
Yep.
Idle Hands show.
In fairness, Doc, how long have you been on YouTube now?
Over 11 years.
Okay, so there is 11 years worth of content. So even if there isn't new stuff coming out, go back and check out this awesome person stuff because they have an absolute fucking truckload of stuff. So definitely check it out. My love, my lady, my creature of the night. What is...
Are you saying I'm a prostitute?
No, I said creature of the night.
Oh,
yeah.
Midnight,
not lady of the night. No, they charge. They charge.
Darling,
she didn't hear that part, did she?
What?
That's a no.
What is out at the moment that you want people to check out, and what you hope to try and get out soon enough if you can?
Well, on Wednesday, me and Joey and the Soulless Trench Coat will be doing our Summer of the Mob. It continues. We're almost done with The Sopranos, but we're taking a break. And this week we're going to be doing a movie pick, and it was my pick. And so we're going to be talking about that underappreciated movie with Sylvester Stallone called Oscar. It also has Tim Curry, and it's Chaz Palminteri is also in it. It's a fucking movie that people don't talk about, and it's a really fun gangster film. It's when Stallone was trying to be funny, and this is one of the few times it worked. Stallone's funny. I'm not saying but it just is movies. Sometimes, the movies that are completely comedies.
For my mama shoes.
Yeah, and we don't talk about that, but that's one of them that actually works. So we're going to be doing that. And then the next week, I believe we're going to be having a special guest to wrap up our Sopranos stream. Who's coming with us, Marty? I know there's someone coming with us on that last stream.
I don't know, considering the fuckery that was going on this one, he mightn't fucking show up at all.
Just tunes in and goes, say, sorry about this. I got something else.
I might have to might have to put more fucking jizz in my fucking head after what you fucking said, so.
I can put it on your head. I don't think it'd be sperm, but I don't think anything would be swimming on your head, but I could put my lady, lubricant on it.
You see, this is the curse of having some brain that will just automatically picture things. That I didn't consent to that. It's not the worst thing I've seen. But I
Tonight on, is it Pantene or is it fucking Jen's vagina? Tune in next week to find out.
You got like a big old thing of hair, though. What if I gave you last Christmas?
The solution was there the whole time.
You'll have to milk me like a cow.
Jesus fucking Christ. We're Doc, thanks for coming on. I know I'll never get you on this channel again.
Please. You realize how many people I've traumatized? Not even online. Come on now.
But yeah, no. Is there any recent reviews out that you want to give a shout out?
No, not
no,
no.
Bloodstar. You've done a good review on Bloodstar there recently as well.
Yeah. It's a movie I wish more people would check out. It came out in January, and it's a really good movie. It's I don't want to oversell it. It's a low budgeted film about a lone woman being chased through the desert by a crazy sheriff. But for what it is, there's a lot of subtext and a lot of meat on this. It's particularly with misogyny and sometimes how we refuse to see things that are right in front of our face. It's a really good movie. Check it out, guys, if you want.
Cool. Joey, you're basically operating alongside Jen. God help you next week. But you've got some cool stuff up on your socials. Check out Joey on Instagram and stuff. I'll leave a link, as I will to Doc's channel as well. And I suppose I throw up Jen's channel. I just want to give a big
just change it to milking Jen. You can just
fucking Christ. Anyway, just want to say a big thanks. Just want to say a big thanks to Grief World, aka Nate, Soulless Trenchcoat. We have Not JPEG. We had also a double feature podcast. Two awesome ladies. If you haven't checked out their channel, check them out. They're fucking absolute crackers. They're super nice, super sound, and they know their stuff. Heroic Waffles was in the channel chat as well. Creepy McGee, Rowdy Wiles. Great figure reviewer and very analytical. Doesn't give everything a kind of glowing review like most fuckers. She fucking picks stuff apart, and rightly so. What else have we got?
Dawn
Larry,
was
Cat Dad,
and Dawn. And Dawn was in as well. Night Owl and Brittany was in.
Brittany was in. Night Owl, Kal-El Daly. And did I miss anyone?
Oh, the guy that watches us in secret with his
no.
Or did you bet? No,
I thought I got rid of him.
No, I welcome this guy. Like, there's a guy that watches us while he masturbates. But Marty's being you think the European would be the one that'd be all open-minded. I'm views of you. And Marty's don't be busting a nut to me. It's uncomfortable.
At least
says I'm that guy. It's all coming out now, unfortunately, literally.
Whoa! Get in your head, darling.
Jesus Christ almighty, my head is fucking not splitting all right. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. But big thanks to everyone who stopped in the chat. Big thanks to Joey, fucking stalwart fucking member of this madness as always. And huge fucking thanks to Doc for stopping by. And yeah, make sure to check out their channel. I'll leave a link. Make sure you check out this one, Mad One's channel, or I'll just be stuck talking to her the whole fucking time, and that'll be a fucking disaster. And yeah, check out Joey's Instagram. I'll leave a link to his stuff on Instagram. And with that, I'll end it here. Good night. Take care. And yeah, have a good one. Bye now.
Penis. Milking penises.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Almighty.